The following is a presentation of Spring Hill Sports Live. It's time for Spring Hill High School Athletics. On your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live. Spring Hill Sports Live is presented by Strode Orthodontics, creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. Also by It's time for the Broncos, right here on your home for Spring Hill High School Athletics, Spring Hill Sports Live.
Welcome to the pregame show here on Spring Hill Sports Live, presented by Strode Orthodontics. Strode Orthodontics, specializing in creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and the staff at Strode Ortho is experienced, highly trained, and licensed with decades of combined experience in the orthodontic field with locations in Spring Hill, Olathe, and OP. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. Alex Smith here. You'll hear from Curtis Kaiser later on in the show, and delighted to be back here. I personally have not been on the air here on Spring Hill Sports Live in some time and could not be more excited to bring you this winter homecoming clash between the Broncos and the Louisburg Wildcats. Now, personally for me, this is the team I covered last season, the Louisburg Wildcats, the team I covered this season with Spring Hill. Very excited for this one as Coach Husa and the Broncos look for a rivalry win. Lewisburg, 4A, of course, this matchup already took place this season over in Lewisburg. Spring Hill prevailed in that game. This game very impactful in terms of the regular season Frontier League standings. Spring Hill is at the top there of the regular season Frontier League standings. Louisburg just behind, having a very strong year. The 4A Wildcats as well. So excited for this all-purple clash right here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Coming up on your Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning pregame show, we're going to look at your other Frontier League matchups. We're going to talk keys to the game. We're going to preview possibly having some coach interviews on the show today, possibly talking to Coach Bouchard at the halftime of the girls' game, and then Coach Husa halftime of the boys' game, something we're trying to incorporate today here. We will also be covering that homecoming court selection, I believe that's what it is, at halftime for you as well. So a really action-packed show here for you tonight, and it's all happening right here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453. The the industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon Smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
The pregame show is brought to you by Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning, locally owned and operated for more than 20 years. Comfort Designs is Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Learn more at comfortdesigns.net or call 913-592-4453. Well, let's take a quick look around the Frontier League. We are nearing the kind of tail end of the season. Believe we've got 2 games for you on the network, 2 doubleheaders, I should say, on the network next week. But elsewhere tonight, we've got Kip at Tongi. That actually already tipped at 5:30. Ottawa and Bonner Springs, and all Frontier 6P. Louisburg and Spring Hill, of course, right here. Paola and Eudora. And Baldwin faces Royal Valley. That also happening at 6 p.m. Plenty going on around the Frontier League. The area matchups were brought to you by Elliott Insurance Group at Elliott Group. They believe building strong relationships with their clients and their community is the best way to serve them both, with offices throughout the area and online at ElliottInsuranceGroup.com. Well, I'm calling it the Battle of 199th Street here, a rivalry clash, an all-purple clash, and what a better occasion for winter homecoming here. Again, we've got a stacked full program for you tonight. We've got coach interviews on the way at halftime. We've got the court selection. That's going to be happening at in between the boys and the girls game. And then in the halftime of the boys clash, we're going to try to get Coach Husa up here and chatting as well. So you're going to hear a lot of voices on the air tonight with me, and so excited to bring you what is a banner evening here at Spring Hill High School, and frankly, just a banner weekend for sports in KC. What a better way to start it off right now on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Ladies, do you know what you want to drink?
Ooh, yeah, I'll have the unlimited coffee.
Me too. You got some coffee?
You know, back in my day, unlimited meant there were no limits.
But you need a limit.
Tired of paying for unlimited offers that leave you feeling limited? Experience Limitless with Go Brawley.
Your locally owned hometown Allstate agent is Libby Clark, now at her new location in downtown Spring Hill. Libby and her staff are passionate about the people they serve, helping them protect what matters most. With 24-hour customer service and options for online and in-person appointments, the Libby Clark Agency is the small-town agent you've grown to love, with the experience and products you'd expect from an industry-recognized premier agency. Visit them at their new location in downtown Spring Hill, just one block off Main on Hale, or call 913-686-6205.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Veterinary Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown vets who know and care about your family. Coming soon, a new location here in Paola in the industrial park with cattle haul-in and boarding and grooming. With 24-hour emergency services and 3 other locations in Louisburg, Drexel, and Martin City, and a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
What is typically a daunting, frustrating, and intimidating experience was enjoyable and exciting because of Amy. She listened to what we envisioned for our future home and was able to show us houses that reflected this. She was with us every step of the way, taking the time to answer our phone calls and texts. We ended up with our dream home all thanks to Amy.
Feel at home while you find your next home with Amy Kelly of Reese Nichols Real Estate. Amy goes above and beyond for her clients and even makes a contribution to Ronald McDonald House with every closing. Contact Amy Kelly to buy or sell your home.
Massage is more than relaxation. Apex Massage Therapy can go beyond with targeted work for headaches and sinuses, myofascial releases, trigger point therapy, neuromuscular therapy, reflexology, cupping, and hot stones. Kylie's hands go right to the problem areas and work out all the issues. She is certified in prenatal massages, oncology, lymphatic drainage, pre- and post-surgery massages, and she can also work on minors and athletes. For openings and specials, like and follow Apex MT on Facebook.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health, advanced healthcare, advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Whether the following is a presentation.
Welcome back here to Spring Hill Sports Live. We are moments away from tip-off as we'll get you the starters. Curtis Kaiser is checking in here with me now, and we've got Kaden Carbajo on the camera. I'm Alex Smith joining you once again after a couple weeks off here on Spring Hill Sports Live as we are ready to tip off what I billed as an all-purple clash. Turns out actually neither team in purple here this evening, and that just makes things easier for us fans and broadcasters as well. Louisburg going to possess first here as Addison Ross has the ball up top. Looks like the old flex offense now pass into the corner with Talley. Dribbles up high and the pass now for Ava Baker. Back to Baker. She can shoot the three. Looking for Prettyman inside. Couldn't connect. And the first possession of the game is a turnover. Stout D by the Broncos here early on.
Yeah, that's good defense by the Broncos. They're good switching on the perimeter and really kept them out of the paint, and an errant pass goes out of bounds.
And the Broncos this season have started quickly. Typically, Ross, though, going to get a steal, turn around the other way, and Weber with the rebound. Bond into the middle of the floor for Busher. Nice move. Jump stop inside, missed the layup. And a strong board in the paint by Addison Ross. The starters for the Wildcats, Brienne Coleman, Addison Ross, Delaney Talley, Ava Baker, and Prettyman. Been, I believe, a consistent lineup. This is the team I covered last season, so pretty much what I would have expected based on what you see out of the Wildcats. Let's move inside and converted by Addison Ross. So Louisburg on the board first here as the Cats lead 2-0. Homecoming here tonight. We're expecting the gym to fill out quite a bit, of course, with the rivalry game going on as well. And looks like Busher found some space down low, converts and the foul. Well, that cross-screen action is just a trademark of the Husa offense. Those cuts, those back picks from the elbow or from the opposite block. And it's typically either Busher or Jenna Weber who cut inside, and both of them can finish on either side of the hoop. Three-point play for Busher is converted cleanly. A fast start to this contest. Baker looking inside, another errant pass. That's the second turnover. And a lot of times you'll see Baker kind of playing that 4 position. Bigs really want to pass it into bigs. They always want to. They always want to try to throw. And typically they're better at throwing that pass also because they know exactly where to put the ball, but it didn't happen that time for Baker.
Well, I think Coach Husa would live with that long pass to the three-point line down to the block. That's a difficult angle.
Open jumper for Suter is not going to go down. And the putback attempt, and Busher fouled once again. Already converted the lone free throw of the contest right back to the free throw line. So brief pregame show. Did not get to talk about the starters before the contest. I think so. We missed Callie Rodden actually in the starting lineup today. Looks like LaPlante, the player omitted there from at least who I've typically seen starting the game. Rodden, usually one of the first players off the bench to really provide some energy. Will do that from the start here in this one. That shot way off the mark by Addison Ross. Rebound by Busher. Bond up the floor. Nice pass for Suter. And now they do get it to Rodden. That one was touched by Bond along the baseline. And looked like that official may have been ready to award that possession to the Broncos before that last-minute touch. Pressure defense by your Broncos as the Cats cross midcourt. Louisburg trying to establish that offensive flow early. Baker doing a whole lot of handling. Turned it over again. Weber this time coming the other way down the right side. And is going to go all the way with a right hand and put it in. Jenna Weber gets things started for her night, scoring the basketball, and That's going to prompt a quick timeout for the Wildcats, trailing by 4 early.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's Heating and Air Conditioning Company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Well, Louisburg in a little bit of a hole early as the Broncos are going to take the full 1 minute here. Louisburg just chatted things over. Maybe they thought that was a 30, but they were back on the court quickly and actually kind of juked me out. We're supposed to get multi-ads in there, only got one. But now we are on the baseline with the Cats, who are going to try a new press breaker here. And all the way up the left side goes Addison Ross. Shot fake, and the shot up, a long two for Delaney Talley, was short. Another rebound by the Broncos. They've controlled that glass so far. Bond for Rodden on the elbow. Gets it to Suter. Takes the screen. They're looking for Weber on the curl, and she puts it in. Jenna Weber inside or out, left hand or right. She can do it all.
The little curl on that offense is really hard to defend there. Good execution by the Broncos.
Yeah, it really was. And then this is just the issue for the Wildcats right now, the post-entry turnovers. Another one after the timeout. Bond for Busher in the backcourt, helping bring the ball up the floor. Now Weber, chance to operate, almost lost it. Moving inside, finds Rodden, wide open jumper, goes down. Callie Rodden, baseline J, makes it 10-2 for a Spring Hill, who have not stopped the onslaught here following the timeout. Almost another turnover. Talley gets it to Breanne Coleman. Delaney Talley now over to Prettyman. Puts it on the floor. Stout D still by the Broncos. Prettyman for Ross. Puts it on the deck and runs into trouble. Outside for Coleman. Cut off by Bond. Back out for Delaney Talley. Coleman now working from the corner inside and banks it from straight on. So Coleman with a pair, Ross with a bucket as well, as the Wildcats cut into the Spring Hill lead. Suter in the corner for Bond. Immediately the baseline drive is short and the follow-up is long. Rare miss for the Broncos so far, as Rodden defends Prettyman down low. Baseline move for Prettyman and is fouled. It's going to be the first personal on Rodden. So first couple of subs, I believe, are now coming in for the Broncos. Delaney Hill into the contest. Delaney Hill looking forward to, of course, the softball season. Already signed up to further her softball career, is the senior, but got to play your senior season. So nice to play your senior season and you're already committed. You don't have to worry about what comes next and just enjoy it. First they got to finish off the basketball part of the year though. Delaney Talley takes the screen on the left side, gives it off to Prettyman, and that's off the back iron. Loose ball tapped out of bounds, and it's going to be Spring Hill basketball. 6-point lead early on for Spring Hill. As Weber has a pair of baskets, Busher with 4 points too. Delaney Hill over to Weber. And baseline shot. That was Sydney Busher stretching out the range a little bit. Mostly gets it done inside, but as the season progresses, that skill set diversifying. You see her get the steal here. Turnaround jumper, no. And rebound grabbed by Suter. Right back up with it, no. And then is fouled on the third attempt.
Great effort there by the Broncos defensively. Leads to good offense. So good pressure.
That it does. And third foul already on Louisburg. Suter, one of several members of this Spring Hill sophomore class. Very strong Broncos sophomore class. A lot of size, a lot of skill too, between Busher and Suter alone, let alone the rest of them. Second one up and is going to be short for Suter, 1 for 2. As Emma Losi gets her first action of the night, over to Ross for 3. Well, quick offense might be the answer for Louisburg. When they were kind of running through their stuff, was not really finding any openings. Backdoor cut by Weber is not going to be found, and here come the Wildcats the other way. Up by Addison Ross, no. Into the corner, Suter down low. Oh, found Delaney Hill, but Hill could not convert. Now Talley crossing the timeline. Going to try another triple, this one off the front iron. It's Addison Ross trying to get hot, trying to stay hot, but not able to convert consecutive makes. Baker returning, replacing Prettyman for the Wildcats. And that's going to prompt a sub from Coach Husa as well. Margot Todd into the fray. Todd, we're talking about what comes next for a lot of these players. Next season up for her is going to be track and field, where she'll also be coached by Coach Husa. So you get a nice multi-season relationship there that can build such a nice rapport between a coach and a player. And something we've seen this team really respond so well to first-year head coach Paige Husa. Losi handing off for Braining, who spins inside. Nice move, but can't finish. And a strong rebound inside, dished off to Herman. Nice play by Busher there. Herman down low is going to find Hill, and this time Hill is called for the travel. 2.5 to shoot for the Wildcats here, who are in a 12-2 hole early, recovered somewhat, but still work to do for them. Baker barely got that shot off, and my goodness, Ava Baker almost made that, and I'm not sure she got it off, but the referees were signaling that that was good if it went. However, it did not. It is Broncos by 6 here after 1 on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Hello, I'm Dr. Alyssa O'Connor, and I would like to welcome you to Sozo Chiropractic.
So many people only seek out a chiropractor when they are in pain, but ongoing wellness care helps you deal with stress and be healthier. At Sozo Chiropractic, the focus is on holistic wellness for any age. I am Webster certified for prenatal care, pediatric trained, as well as a family chiropractor. We also offer acupuncture and sauna services.
Sozo is a Greek word that means to heal, to make well, and to restore health. And that is our goal for each one of our patients who walks through the door.
Supreme Mechanical Solutions is a heating, AC, and refrigeration company with over 25 years of experience. They install and maintain equipment for residential and commercial customers throughout Kansas City with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. And they're available 24/7 for emergency repairs. Financing is available for system replacements. For supreme quality, think Supreme Mechanical Solutions. Learn more at smsofkc.com or call 913-433-4567.
Right back in Spring Hill as Bond takes the inbound from Weber. And Bond now dribbling over to the side. They had Busher down low, instead flipping it over for Weber. Lots of room to operate in there, and steps through with the left hand. No. Like that offense from the Broncos, giving your star some room to roll with it. As another three on the way from the Wildcats. It's Emma Losi splashing down her first shot of the night. So just a three-point game now. The lead already had been as much as 10 points. As Weber stops and pops and hits. That's one way to beat the press. You don't always have to go all the way to the cup. And a lot of times you do see teams that beat the press, they end up fumbling away that last pass. They try to pass it underneath, and Weber decided to take it herself. Losi guarded by Weber. Pass inside is tipped, and it was last touched by Baker. It's going to be Bronco basketball.
It's good defense by Busher there to tip it without fouling, and she's the one causing it to go out of bounds off the Louisburg player. But really good defense, good instincts there not to foul.
Yeah, Busher's game just growing more and more as the season continues. Kind of at the beginning of the season, was wondering who's going to be that number 2 scoring option, and Busher really has become that, at least in most games for the Cats. Currently a second in this game on the score sheet. Rodden barely caught that pass inside, got it out to Bond. And there is Busher with the right hand. That's her offhand, and couldn't get it to go. Rebound is tipped away. Unfortunate for the Broncos there. And Emma Losi maybe took a step before putting the ball on the deck. Yes, she did, but was able to put it in for 2. So Losi now with 5. Ross also has 5 for the Cats, who trail by 3.
Got to finish those easy ones there. Busher missed one. Delaney Hill missed one. We've had 2 or 3 there right at the rim, but you got to be able to finish those.
And all of a sudden, Busher finishes the much tougher layup attempt. And there she gets up already to 8 points on the night. So that is your Spring Hill points leader, Weber with 6. Those 2 accounting for the lion's share of the scoring, as we expect them to do in this game. Delaney Talley over to Ross. Flipped over to Losi, trying for Prettyman. They just can't find Prettyman down low right now. That's a really good player for the Wildcats, but Rodden able to box her out, get the rebound, then lost it. Prettyman with the steal and then got fouled trying to pass back inside. So like that play from Prettyman, has had a hard time getting involved offensively, but what do you do when you're a post player and you can't get your own buckets? You get some rebounds, take out the trash, and that's what Prettyman trying to do on the play. Inbound for a Baker. Versatile post, puts up the jumper, no. Herman coming the other way.
Another rebound for Busher there. She's probably got 6 or 7 already. Not keeping the official stats, but she's done a really good job cleaning up the boards.
And Jenna Weber fouled on that play. Weber, one of the state's leading scorers. Now, they don't update that state scoring leaderboard. They only update it about once every 2 weeks. But last I checked, Weber was just outside the top 10.
Yeah,
I believe she was tied. A couple of players had just under. I believe she had 19.8 per game, and that was 13th, 14th, somewhere in that vicinity. Again, that's not current as of the last game, but that is quite an achievement for the senior. This free throw rebounded, and then the ensuing 3 was rebounded by Weber, who missed the shot. Still with the Broncos, and a double dribble called on Delaney Hill.
Another little chip shot there. You got to be able to convert those.
Yeah, Weber had a good look underneath, and she certainly can and does most of the time. She makes those. So the lead is currently 6 for the Broncos. Now Baker has it in the corner. Ross thought about the 3. They can see they're trying to get it down to Prettyman right now, but no passing lane. Layup attempt off the glass, but rebounded and stuck in by Prettyman. That's going to prompt a timeout for the Broncos. We'll take one as well. 30 seconds here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Option Bank community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Spring Hill Sports Live, we're back with Louisburg and the Broncos for the second time this season. As I mentioned, the Broncos were victorious in this matchup on the road. It was a close game, however, and we expect this one to go right down to the wire here on winter homecoming night. Expecting a pretty close game on the boys' side as well. The two programs that kind of got off to a little bit of a slow start on the boys' side for both Louisburg and Spring Hill. Jumper by Weber, no. And that's taken by Ross, who's really been everywhere with the ball so far for Louisburg. Hesitation move, nice one, but missed the layup. And Suter able to corral the board. Herman had Weber running up ahead and not able to finish off the play as the pass was deflected. Looks like Broncos, they have that unfavorable inbound spot in the corner. You don't really practice any of those baseline out of bounds sets from here, so a lot of times the question, what do you run? And that was tough, almost turned it over, at least in front of the Louisburg bench. This is a more common spot to kind of run your sideline stuff.
We had the exact same thing happen in the JV boys game over there when they were taking it out. I said the same thing.
Do you want to run the baseline play or do you want to run the sideline play? You don't really know when you have the ball there in the corner. Here is Herman flipping over to Suter as the Broncos vacate the post, get it over to Weber in a crowd. Might have gotten tipped on the shot, but it was touched by Busher on the way out. Weber does have 6 points, but a little slow from the field, and that can certainly change in a hurry for her. Here comes Coleman, is guarded by Weber. Prettyman on the elbow, guarded by Hill, gets it over to Ross. This move by Prettyman, but had it poked away by Weber. And the Broncos going to come away with it. Herman running some more point. Haven't seen much of that this year. Hill puts it right up and had more time than that to set herself, but kind of rushed the shot and missed it. Bringing up, that's Tally rather, up the floor for Prettyman, who is now getting more involved with this Louisburg offense. Baker rips through and gets all the way to the rim. There's going to be a timeout for Louisburg. This one really tight early. Both coaches are making sure their teams are locked in on every possession.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Bronco fans can find us at 408 North Webster in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2050. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Spring Hill ball along the baseline as Louisburg may be setting up a full court press. Looks like man-to-man, or as I am trying to call it, player-to-player defense on the girls' side. It just feels so unnatural to say, but I'm trying. Herman down low on the block, gets it out for Bond. And that high elbow offense again for the Broncos. Delaney Talley, you can see her really in help side, especially when Weber gets the ball as Herman splashes from downtown. Ella Herman, first, I believe that's the first shot attempt for the substitute. As Louisburg try to respond, the shot is short. Herman across the floor for Suter, who backed out of the drive. Move across the lane, flipped up, and a shooting foul as the Busher heads back to the stripe. Busher has kind of lived at the free throw line here in this first half. This one's got kind of a college feel to it with both the coaches. Obviously, we get no mid-quarter TV timeout at the high school level, but a coach is burning through a couple TOs here in the first half, and the game's flying by as well. Players keeping the ball in bounds, keeping everything in play, and being treated to an exciting spectacle here on winter homecoming night.
Yeah, that was a good possession there. Good look ahead, and then good bounce pass into Busher, and got 1 for 2 from the free throw line.
Busher now Ivor tagged for, that's 9 points in the first half. Weber almost got the steal. Three-pointer on the way. Cats missing again. Prettyman, though, on the glass. Turns, faces, and converts. Well, Emma Prettyman, kind of unconventional, just slowed things down, assessed her options, and then said, well, looks like I can just shoot right over the top of you, and that's what she did. Prettyman confident with the basketball, a senior now. And last season, when I was tagged on the Cats, the issue for Prettyman was never the skill level. It was as it was at the beginning of this game, just getting her the ball and showing what she can do down low. Suter on the right side for Busher. Rip through, they're giving her the left side, and perfect bounce pass across the court, and the foul. And Prettyman shocked on the play, but I think they got her on that landing foul, and kind of odd to see that call around the basket, just because normally that's like a three-pointer shooter that gets fouled like that. But you got to let layup shooters also land. The same rules apply, and Herman with a three-point play. Herman up to 6 has splashed in a 3 and now an old school triple. Baker thinking about the 3 as Louisburg really want to kind of close in here before the half. Instead, they lose it. And Weber on the ground. First timeout, Broncos. So the Broncos going to come away with one, kind of steal a possession here. We'll take a quick break on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Spring Hill's hometown shop is J&T Auto Service. As a full-service repair shop, J&T Auto Service works on all makes and models. Diesels, Europeans, they do it all. From combines to Corvettes. Visit J&T Auto Service for oil changes, tires, brakes, alignments, electrical diagnostics, and so much more. Small town, friendly service with high-tech tools and training. Schedule your service at J&T Auto Service. Call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com. Hometown All-State agent is Libby Clark, now at her new location in downtown Spring Hill. Libby and her staff are passionate about the people they serve, helping them protect what matters most. With 24-hour customer service and options for online and in-person appointments, the Libby Clark Agency is the small-town agent you've grown to love, with the experience and products you'd expect from an industry-recognized.
Spring Hill basketball underneath. Nice job by first Jenna Weber to dive on that basketball, then Coach Husa calling timeout, securing an extra possession here at the end of the first half. It's a Busher across the timeline, and of course in high school you do have the option to hold for one. Rather see teams attack in the basket though. Here's a basket cut by Busher. Corner three this time for Herman, and almost down. Rebound Suter. Flipped over to Weber now, attacking the rack with the left hand and puts it off the glass. No. Foul comes in, and that will send the Wildcats the other way. Foul on Suter, who has, I will say, done a much better job in terms of the foul issues that plagued her earlier on in the season. As we're under 30 seconds to play in the first half. Again, supposedly we might have Coach Bouchard on the air with us during halftime. We'll see about that as Weber flies up ahead and puts in the easiest bucket of the night. So the Broncos do get that additional bucket before halftime, not the way they thought they'd do it, as the Cats trying to get a last-second shot off here. Baker in trouble. And Louisburg Wildcats did not know how much time was on the clock. So your Broncos going to take an 8-point lead to the locker room. As we will take a quick break and bring you the halftime show, the Michael Grand halftime show right here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net. Or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453.
Rain Dance Studios is the area's newest dance studio with professionally trained staff, a brand new facility, and classes for every dance and tumbling level. Rain Dance Studios is everything you never knew you needed in a dance family. With an emphasis on customer experience, exquisite dance technique, and dancer confidence, Rain is the dance studio for every aspiring dancer. Come join Spring Hill's premier dance experience and get the royal treatment. Schedule a free 2-week trial by visiting raindancestudios.com.
Well, the halftime show is brought to you all season long by Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Michael's goal is to help you plan for the unexpected and to protect your future. Getting to know you and the things that are most important to you will help them customize the right plan for your needs. To learn more, visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill or call 913-592-2336. Well, Louisburg, the number 9 team in the state. Of course, that is in the 4A classification. They are 11-5. Your Broncos 10-6, but it's the Broncos leading by 8 here at the half. We'll get you the scores. It's Jenna Weber with 8 points. Busher leads the way for the Broncos with 9. Suter went 1 for 2 from the free throw line, has 1 point. Rodden with a single field goal, and Isla Herman, an old school three-point play as well as a 3-point field goal make. Over on the Wildcats side, Emilosi with 5. It's a Coleman with a deuce. Addison Ross with 5 points as well. Baker has 2, and Prettyman has 5. Much more balanced attack for the Wildcats, and again, that's part of what you expect. And then, of course, things with the Broncos very heavily concentrated on Jenna Weber and Sydney Busher. We'll take a quick break and come back. We've got Connor Bouchard here. We're going to talk about the upcoming matchup talk season right here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
You've been in there over 30 minutes. You don't pay the water bill, get out.
Wouldn't it be great if you could control your internet usage like other utilities?
I can.
No, I mean if you could control how much usage there was so you could save yourself money, like with water.
Yeah, I know, I already can with Go Brawly.
Oh, well, now you can. With the all-new app from Go Brawly, you'll have complete control from anywhere. Visit GoBrawly.com to learn more.
Spring Hill's hometown shop is J&T Auto Service. As a full-service repair shop, J&T Auto Service works on all makes and models. Diesels, Europeans, they do it all. From combines to Corvettes. Visit J&T Auto Service for oil changes, tires, brakes, alignments, electrical diagnostics, and so much more. Small town, friendly service with high-tech tools and training. Schedule your service at J&T Auto Service. Call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Welcome back to your Michael Grand halftime show here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Delighted to be joined by head coach Connor Bouchard, coach of the Spring Hill boys basketball team, and coach, obviously a huge day here at Spring Hill.
Yep.
It's a kind of a different mission almost for the girls team, playing before everything happens, kind of in between, and then that kind of energy let down right before the boys game. How do you keep everybody focused and locked in on like such a big night, especially after they've been hyping this up all day at school and everything like that?
There's a lot of that, but also it's a rivalry game too. So you have multiple layers to it. I think for me as a coach, the biggest thing is just not to. It's another game. It is for us. It's an opportunity to get better, an opportunity to improve. You can't focus on the outside distractions. Ultimately, we play on 10-foot goals with a 29.5 ball and a 94-foot court against 5 other guys at a time, and that's you really could put a wall up around the court, and it should be the same for our guys. So hopefully we can block out distractions and compete at a high level tonight.
Yeah, of course, the big rivalry matchup with Louisburg. I call it the all-purple derby, borrowing some soccer vocab. Of course, on the girls' side, nobody ended up wearing purple, so I looked a little bit foolish there. I noticed some news on Twitter the other week, kind of in my little coverage gap here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Luke Metcalf committing to the St. Mary Spires. That's a program that I see over when I'm working Johnson County Community College games. What was that kind of recruiting process like, getting such a talented guy who can really do so many things so well? Committed at the kind of midpoint of the season.
The good point for Luke, it was really good because he was able to eliminate that distraction out of his life. You know what I'm saying? That's a big thing, and sort of take a weight off of his shoulders, so to speak. So from that perspective, it's good. Luke's an outstanding kid. He's a hard worker, really good student. St. Mary's knows what they're getting in that. He had done some self-recruiting a little bit to there, but there's a little bit of a connection as well. Jamison Carmichael is an assistant over at St. Mary's that I coached with at Baker. And so just kind of having some connections that way helped just further that process along a little bit more quickly. And so I'm really happy for Luke, and he's earned that himself.
And that kind of leads me perfectly into the next question about, your first season head coaching here. How has that been for you, especially, being so chummy with so many other guys coaching just around the area, whether that's, college guys checking in on you or the other high school coaches, especially. I know that Mill Valley game had a lot of a lot of personal connections for you.
I mean, so I grew up in Gardner, so this is the rival that I grew up with. Spring Hill and Gardner were a little bit closer in size back then, and so the area is pretty familiar with me. Although from the time I was playing, I mean that's 16 years ago now. So I got a lot of connections with the coaching circle, and a lot of that was because my dad was a head coach for 30 years, and so the last name kind of sticks out a little bit because of him and for other family members. But I'm familiar with the area. But I will also say this: Spring Hill's not the same Spring Hill that it was when I was growing up. This place is obviously growing and getting bigger, and the biggest change for me has come with the size gap. I came from Holton, which was the smallest 4A school in the state, about 320 students, and now we're just over 1,000. So from a coaching perspective, you're still coaching high school kids. That doesn't change. The level of competition obviously has increased significantly, which we knew would be the case. And then obviously my everyday teaching job is slightly different with a few more students in the hallways.
Yeah, that's right. It's such a big school, growing school, and I came over here from Louisburg last season, so it's a big game for me. And,
absolutely.
But I have to say, at Spring Hill, I really enjoy the combination that you get. You get to play some of those smaller schools. You also get to play some Blue Valleys and see a lot of that, to really be tested by a lot of that top quality opposition. Well, folks, Connor Bouchard, we're hopefully going to make this a continuous thing.
Absolutely.
Check in for the remainder of the season, and possibly playoffs might not be doubleheader, different format, but we'll continue to try to hear your voice here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, and go Chiefs.
All righty.
Typically a daunting, frustrating, and intimidating experience was enjoyable and exciting because of Amy. She listened to what we envisioned for our future home and was able to show us houses that reflected this. She was with us every step of the way, taking the time to answer our phone calls and text. We ended up with our dream home all thanks to Amy.
Feel at home while you find your next home with Amy Kelly of Reese Nichols Real Estate. Amy goes above and beyond for her clients and even makes a contribution to Ronald McDonald House with every closing. Contact Amy Kelly to buy or sell your home.
Massage is more than relaxation. Apex Massage Therapy can go beyond with targeted work for headaches and sinuses, myofascial releases, trigger point therapy, neuromuscular therapy.
Second half coming your way from Spring Hill, Kansas, as the Broncos hold on to an 8-point lead here in the second half of action. That one's out of bounds and going to be controlled, looks like, by the Wildcats. So good to hear from Coach Bouchard. We are planning on at least hearing from head coach Paige Husa during the boys game halftime. Not able to 100% confirm that, but hoping to have her on as well as we add programming for you here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Bond gets the outlet as Louisburg come up empty on that first possession. Now we did see Weber kind of sprint off ahead of her teammates into the locker room at halftime. Also saw her return. She was surrounded by a couple of coaches, so didn't see her take any kind of knock or injury type of situation there in the first half, but I can't see everything happening. That is a legal guarding position by Baker, which I believe is a official warning type of situation.
Yep.
You do get 2 of those. Should start calling it a yellow card. Along the sideline, Suter to inbound, looking for Weber. Weber does have 8 points, but looking to get hot here for the Broncos as they try to put the Cats away early. Rodden on the right side, down low. Spinning is a Bond, but can't convert. Rebound is loose inside, but eventually corralled by the Wildcats. Up ahead for Baker. Again, the number 9 Wildcats coming in this one. They are 11-5. One of those defeats as triple splashed in by Delaney Talley for the first points of the second half. One of those defeats was at Spring Hill. Another came against Ottawa. However, they did avenge that Ottawa defeat in the home fixture. It's passed down low for Busher. 2 defenders close her down. Shot fake and is blocked at the rim. Keeps it in and off of the Louisburg leg. It's going to be Broncos underneath with Weber inbounding.
Looked like there might have been some contact on that shot, but a good thing for Busher to stay active and get to the ball.
Suter is wide open for 3 and puts it down. Suter single point in that first half and converts her first attempt of the second. The corner now, and a 3 on the way from Baker. Said earlier that she can put those in, and she does from straight on. Ava Baker up to 5 points as the Cats respond instantly. Again, reminding our audience, we're going to be carrying that homecoming issue as that's a banked 3 for Weber, and Weber turns to Delaney Talley. Those two smile about that one, but for different reasons.
The bank is open.
It is on Friday, and Weber collecting the rebound there. That might get Weber going. Normally that's a shot that you see players who are already firing on all cylinders go, but Weber right down the court. That was her first shot of this second half. Rodden is stuck inside, flips it out to Bond, who starts the dribble drive and got fouled. Well, Prettyman was put in a tough spot. Actually, the foul is going to be on Coleman. Excuse me.
And sometimes all it takes is to see that ball go through the bucket for a good scorer like Jenna Weber. We'll see if that gets her going.
Weber inbounds and now looking for the screen. Gets it in the corner, but well defended. Is going to go all the way in and put it off the glass. Weber showing that inside-out game as the defender kind of overcommitted to the three-pointer. And actually, don't want to call it overcommitting because we know what she can do from there. Rebound inside, strong one by Prettyman. Steps through and converts plus the foul. Emma Prettyman, strong player inside. Now up to 7 on the game. Rodden certainly gives up a couple inches in that matchup. And on that play, that is exactly what made the difference. So Weber in there with Suter, with Busher, with Herman, and Bond for the Broncos as Rodden is the first substitute. Free throw off the back iron, rebound Busher. Bond now with the left back to the right side. A converted post player and has plenty of time left in her high school career to master the guard position. Herman on that curling screen, but unable to convert inside. Addison Ross to the middle of the floor. Now they do find Prettyman, who was fouled inside. Emma Prettyman going right to work. And why wouldn't you? Struggled to kind of get the ball, especially in that first quarter, and now you see anytime she touches it right to the basket.
Yeah, it seems like that's an adjustment from the Paola coaches at halftime to make sure that the team knows to pound it inside. She's been very successful drawing fouls and getting the free throw line. So
Prettyman, as Louisburg trail here by 8, is off with free throw number 2. High scoring second half here. Both teams clicking offensively so far as Herman was doubled in the post. Back out for Bond. The 3, no. Weber's rebound is tapped out, and she is able to secure possession. Bond almost lost it and was fouled. No, that's you call it a jump ball on that. So scrap forward underneath, and Weber going to get a chance to toss it in underneath. Almost all of these baseline out of bounds sets for the Broncos, they do run them for Weber, as that inbound straight to Busher is going to result in another, that's a 2, excuse me. I was going to say the second 3 for Suter, but the referee quickly spotting that the feet were inside the line.
Yeah, Suter is shooting the ball with confidence tonight. That's good.
Big 5'10" guard. Mentioned that what she struggled with early in the season was just staying on the floor with foul trouble. But that obviously makes sense for a player who is sliding down from playing a bigger position, suddenly has to guard a quicker, more athletic players. Suter now well adjusted to the role. That one kicked into the corner for Losi. 3 on the way is offline. And the foul going to come in, believe it will be maybe on Ross or possibly Prettyman. No, it is Ross. So Ross just trying to get in there, mix it up for the rebound. Maybe should have just let Prettyman do that business as the inbound comes for Bond. Bond, no panic. You see that relaxed, methodical dribble up the floor. And nothing methodical about that pass as the ball's bouncing around. A foul on the Broncos. It's going to be on Herman. Uncharacteristic, sloppy basketball from the Broncos. Margot Todd re-enters for Spring Hill. Spring Hill 2-2. Those last 4 games a split after some tough opposition. Weber had a huge game against the Olathe West Owls. But it was not quite enough in a 2-point defeat. Now, that would have been a huge win for this Spring Hill girls program, even just to go wire to wire with the Blue Valley or Olathe team. Certainly speaks volumes about where this program is, with so many underclassmen taking up such a big part this year. Nice play ran for Busher. They got her the rock and was fouled on the layup attempt. Wow, Ross is up to 4 fouls now. So that's definitely something to watch here for Louisburg. They don't seem to have a very deep bench to the Wildcats. Just 7 players have competed so far. And oftentimes when you do come up against a superior opponent, a team they've already lost to, you see that rotation really tighten up. And that makes foul trouble all the more detrimental. Suter gets the second one, or Busher rather, gets that second one to go down. Coleman moving inside is not able to get it to a teammate. It's deflected out of play. And the Broncos will have to defend the blob set underneath.
Lily Haney joined on the court for the Broncos, number 13.
One of the few seniors that is a part of this Spring Hill girls basketball program. Weber, of course, another one, and that's going to be a travel on Losi. Weber doing a nice job closing down and contesting what would have been a 3-point attempt, ended up with a turnover. Happy to see Haney out there as Weber is trying to free herself. Nice defense by Losi. You can see Louisburg really keyed in on her. That's because the last time these two teams competed, she already had double-digit points at the end of the first quarter. Haney, shot fake inside, was rejected by Brainy. Their way Goes the lanky Wildcat. Delaney Talley, guarded by Todd. Step back triple is gonna splash down. Delaney Talley, that's the first field goal of the night for one of the key Louisburg Wildcats scorers. They're just so balanced. As they cut the lead to 8 points, that's where we stood at halftime. Bond had a Weber for a moment. Now working her way inside, back out for Margot Todd. Busher now looking for Weber, who curls around and eventually was fouled. Emma Losi just chasing Weber all around the court, and you can see, I mean, we saw it when Weber banked in the three. Delaney Talley just kind of scowled and was smiling right with her because, I mean, what more can you do than that? And Losi kind of had that same expression. Every player on the court for Louisburg knows exactly how dangerous Weber is. You saw her get doubled right there on that sideline set. Face guarding her everywhere. And that's when you see Husa use her as a decoy, setting the cross screen for Margot Todd. That is beautiful basketball by the Broncos.
Good offense there. Good rotation, good screen.
Perfectly executed when you got the when you're being face guarded, that prevents your player from calling out those screens or participating in team defense. That's exactly how to counter it. Weber got her pockets picked on the play, and Losi is able to take the feed and convert. Weber running point now for the Broncos up the right side of the floor. Is going to set things up herself here. That's another way you can try to minimize the face guarding defense. Weber steps into it, and it's off the front iron. Rebound Busher. Bond thought about the three. Instead, it's going to be a jump ball. As anticipated, the gym filling up quite a bit here in the second half ahead of the proceedings between this boys and girls matchup. Sprague into the contest for the Broncos. While my roster, I've got Sprague as number 13, but pops in here wearing the number 10.
13 is Lily Haney.
There we go. So an 8-point lead for the Wildcats as they head into quarter number 4. They've kept it at arm's length. We'll see if the Wildcats can battle back here with 8 minutes to play.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's Heating and Air Conditioning Company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453. For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Back to the action here on Spring Hill Sports Live, where your Broncos hold an 8-point lead. Now they led by 6 at the end of the first quarter. They led by 8 at halftime. They also lead by 8 here. Even scoring load, something I noticed looking at my numbers, as Weber was apparently not fouled on that play as the Wildcats come the other way. Nice pass outside Losi's corner. 3 is off the mark. Rebounded, though, inside by the Wildcats. Coleman to the cup. She's able to put it in. From straight on, bouncing around and through. First quarter, 13 points. Second quarter, scored 14 for the Broncos. And third quarter, also scored 13 points. Just need 13 more here, as Busher is short on the J. Rebounded by the Cats once again. Louisburg trying to make their run right now. Why wait? And that is an offensive foul. Ashley Braining was trying to kick it out before she committed the charge. But you could see her kind of slow down those steps, and that's because I think she realized just before running over the defender that that was exactly what the outcome was going to be.
Good job to Callie Rodden stepping in there and taking the contact. That's good.
Something she does so well, usually on the offensive end of the court. And they're trying to feed Weber to break this mini run here by Louisburg, unable to get it to her. Losey down the floor in the right corner. Losey again, looking for Braining. And Braining's pass, an errant one across the lane, gives the Broncos the ball right back. Herman back in the game and replaces Addison Boggs. Again, in 6 minutes, 21 seconds of game time, you're going to want to stay tuned. We're going to have a shortened post-game show, very short post-game show. We'll kind of wrap things up, I believe, after we see the homecoming court, because they are going to try to get that going and get it underway as soon as possible. Still, the Broncos trying to force it down to Weber, and still unable to do so. Don't want to become too predictable for the Broncos. Obviously, when you got one of the leading scorers in the state of Kansas, that means that for the most part, teams do know where Weber might go with it. Pulls a triple off the back iron, and Rodden is on the glass. Busher shot fake and is cut off by Prettyman. Rodden for Suter. As Weber cuts across the paint, she is being arm barred. She's being pushed off her spot. Louisburg are being extremely physical with Weber. Trying to back down in the post and was stripped. Another way comes Brainy. Good athlete, jump stop, and the shot is short. Gets her own rebound to Prettyman, but did step out of bounds.
30-second timeout.
No, a timeout called by Louisburg. So first time out of the second half. Coaches burned through a couple back in the first. We'll check in right back with you on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Veterinary Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown vets who know and care about your family. Coming soon, a new location here in Paola in the industrial park with cattle haul-in and boarding and grooming. With 24-hour emergency services and 3 other locations in Louisburg, Drexel, and Martin City, and a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Spring Hill Broncos leading now by 6. They have yet to score here in quarter number 4. And the Wildcats have converted a single basket from the field in the first 3 minutes and 40 seconds of the final period. Coleman dribbling around is guarded by Herman, who's played a really big role in this game today. Certainly the most I've seen her on the floor, and has scored 6 points as well, all those coming back in quarter number 2. Weber and Herman contesting possession in the corner. It's Herman with a tie-up, and a jump ball going to favor the Wildcats this time. Foul situation, it's 7 on the Wildcats, just 3 team fouls on the Broncos. Prettyman takes the extended inbound back in the corner for Coleman. The shot is off the mark. Louisburg have a number of shooters, but they don't have that one dominating presence. You sense that may be what they need here in the final quarter. That foul, that's a tough one on Louisburg. A couple of defenders were down there, and Rodden ran into him, lost the ball, but got the benefit of the whistle. And as I mentioned, fouls becoming a part now of this one, as the Broncos going to be shooting from here. Rodden just 2 points on the contest. Believe she was a member of the starting lineup. 1-and-1 free throw is no good. That's a good get for the Cats here. Coleman outside for Ross is offline with a three. 3-point make would be huge, though, at this stage in the game for Louisburg as we pass the 4:20 mark. Weber left to right crossover, now maybe looking for the screen, instead passing up to Busher. Rodden now finds Herman. Herman guarded by Ross. Ross, another really good, really athletic defender for the Wildcats. Rodden lost it, but didn't turn it over, or at least not yet. This one is still loose. Busher got tripped up, and that one's unfortunate for Baker. That will give Busher 2 free throws. Baker just over pursuing a little bit, and unfortunately, when a player trips over you, tends to be, even if you were laying there, they call a foul on you. I don't understand technically what's different between that and a charge. You're just laying down and you're occupying space, you know. But they do always call that a foul on the defense.
Good effort by both teams pursuing the ball there. Just, we got a lucky bounce, and looks like Busher's made the first free throw here.
That she did. First points of this fourth quarter. And now the second point. Busher has visited the free throw line a number of times. I believe that was her 4th trip of the evening. May get 10 attempts up if she returns again. Weber digging in, and oof, that was a tough call, and you see Delaney Talley knows it too. Got up with the smile. Oh my, they called that on Weber. Can you believe that? Weber had a clean strip there, and I thought they were going to call the foul on the second defender, but they pinned Weber with the personal. That is, well, we're just going to carry on. It's still Broncos by 8. That one hurt. Nice basket cut, and one opportunity for the Wildcats. That is an excellent response off of the sideline inbound. Herman picks up the foul. Really good looking play, really good looking cut to the rim by Addison Ross. We're going to ice the shooter here. And actually, Louisburg going to ice their own shooter. We're going to take a quick break here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Bank community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, free throws coming now for Addison Ross. Ross, certainly one of the leaders for this Louisburg team. In the first half, really didn't see anyone else running point other than her. Free throw up and good. Ross completes the 3-point play. Converted a 3-pointer back in the third quarter and is now up to 10 points on the night. Busher picks it up just before crossing the timeline, but does get it up ahead to Todd. Todd finds a Weber. And now the ball in the hands of the confident Spring Hill senior. Weber all the way in and sticks it with a left. Weber has now scored in each quarter as Baker going to pull a three, and that one is going to get stuck. It's always funny to see how this one gets resolved in a girls' game. Had one of these at Johnson County in midweek. Look at Weber trying to get it. Almost got up there, but we need a broom handle. We need something. We need me to hop down there. I still got a little ups. I don't think I can dunk it still.
Luke Metcalf handling the ball.
There we go.
Why didn't Luke go down there and take care of it?
Get down there on the floor, show off those hops. But it is going to be a Broncos basketball. I believe, is that not a jump ball situation?
Yeah.
It was the Wildcats that were the beneficiary of that last jump. So favorable outcome for a Spring Hill. Bond takes the inbound. Tight game here, 7-point contest as Weber picks up the dribble. Watch the Broncos try to close this one out. Herman sets the screen for Bond, got ran over. And the foul coming in on Talley.
Good solid screen by Herman there. Took the contact. Looks like she'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, just a little bit too much force by Talley.
Your comments earlier about Herman, I think her playing time has increased as the season has progressed, and I think that probably has a lot to do with Coach Husa trusting her and, seeing her develop and practice and be a young player like that. That's what you want to see.
Yeah, Herman just a freshman. There are a few freshmen that do get minutes for the Broncos. Typically focus on that sophomore class that has several starting lineup members in it. But just so much young talent here for the Broncos. Looking at Louisburg ranking number 9. Hoping to see at some point in kind of this Spring Hill cycle that they could possibly be one of the higher regarded teams in the 5A division. Bond ran into some trouble, got it over to Suter as Herman backs it out. Saucy crossover for Herman, gonna go all the way, step inside, missed the shot, but tough rebound for Weber. Man, that is just not a move I would have seen coming from Herman at all at the beginning of this year. Look at her. Another dribble drive gets it over to Bond. And sometimes it's less about adding another scorer, and it can be more about adding just another playmaker, another player that can do something with the ball in her hands. And Herman just really having an impressive night here.
You can see the confidence growing every time she touches the ball.
Coleman takes that inbound now. A nice backdoor cut. That is Ross inside. Ross just never stops moving. Is shifty with the ball, even shiftier without it. And found space underneath. That is a bad turnover for the Broncos. Under 1:30 to go, and they lead by 7. Timeout going to be called. We'll step away as well right on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117.
Hello, I'm Dr. Alyssa O'Connor, and I would like to welcome you to Sozo Chiropractic.
So many people only seek out a chiropractor when they are in pain, but ongoing wellness care helps you deal with stress and be healthier. At Sozo Chiropractic, the focus is on holistic wellness for any age. I am
Louisburg to inbound on the near sideline right in front of that Spring Hill Bronco bench. They need to operate quickly. They need to get shots up here. And the Broncos need to play D without fouling. Baker finds space and can't convert the shot. Loose rebound is going to be out of bounds. So there's a nice break for the Broncos, as Herman is going to get some run here in crunch time. Coach rolling with the freshman, and why wouldn't you? Getting some individual instructions from head coach Paige Husa. Inbound comes to Bond. That pass was tipped and last touched by Louisburg. Will advance it just a little bit. Well, Broncos trying to get the 11th win of the season, and that would match Louisburg. Teams would actually have identical records if this score stands here, or if this result as it currently stands would hold. Herman in the corner is guarded by Brainy. A lot of lanky athleticism in that matchup. As a Bond starts to move with a left hand too strong, and right up the other way goes Ross. Ross finding Baker in the corner, can hit those, but this one off the front iron, rebounded and ripped away by Jenna Weber. Weber running into trouble in the corner and lost it. And a timeout called by Louisburg. Both coaches have done this throughout the game. Anytime there's a loose ball situation, just sensing every possession in this game is so vital. This time Louisburg called timeout. Weber is left into the bench. We'll take a break on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stowe with Paola Veterinary Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown vets who know and care about your family. Coming soon, a new location here in Paola in the industrial park with cattle haul-in and boarding and grooming. With 24-hour emergency services and 3 other locations in Louisburg, Drexel, and Martin City, and a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
Well, we've got some homies in the crowd, of course, looking forward to the big game on Sunday. But first, we've got to resolve things here in Spring Hill, and then we've got a whole nother day to wait. It feels like we've been waiting so long already. But we are so close to the special day once again here in the greater KC area. Louisburg to inbound underneath Delaney. Talley will get things underway. This one of those ATO opportunities I love to kind of highlight. Baker has the ball up top as Spring Hill defend the first wave of the Louisburg attack. Pull up 3 by Baker is off the mark. Strong board, Busher. And got it up to the freshman Herman, who lost it. That's just freshman nerves at the end of the game. You see those teammates picking her right up, slapping her on the back, letting her know, you're still out here, you're still with us. Foul on Weber on that one. Madison Ross was streaking right to the cup. Well, that's how they've been calling this game today. Weber trying to cut off Ross on the way to the basket. Madison Ross has played almost the entire second half with 4 fouls and has been absolutely vital for the number 9 in 4A Wildcats. 7.4 here as the Wildcats just cling to life, trying to make it a 5-point contest. They can't convert on the second free throw. Herman is going to get it up ahead to Bond, and that will do it here as your Spring Hill Broncos able to prevail over the Wildcats. Your final 46-40. Really hard-fought game, really well-coached game on both sides. It was an absolute treat here tonight on the girls' side, and to boot, we got the outcome we wanted to. Broncos with their 11th win of the season. Both teams now standing at 11-6 on the year as the Broncos complete the regular season sweep of the Wildcats. Now we're going to see just how things are maybe unfolding here. We're going to see if the boys get things going right away, or if we have a halftime ceremony here. We will keep you up to date on your post-game show, your pre-game show, and everything that is happening here at Winter Homecoming here at Spring Hill.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com. Rain Dance Studios is the area's newest dance studio with professionally trained staff, a brand new facility, and classes for every dance and tumbling level. Rain Dance Studios is everything you never knew you needed in a dance family. With an emphasis on customer experience, exquisite dance technique, and dancer confidence, Rain is the dance studio for every aspiring dancer. Come join Spring Hill's premier dance experience and get the royal treatment. Schedule a free 2-week trial by visiting raindancestudios.com.
First Option Bank Community Banking at its best. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Well, the post-game show is brought to you by Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center, Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center. They work with all insurance companies and can get you back on the road in no time. To learn more, visit them online at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095. Well, your girls' final, it was 46-40, a pretty constant scoring game, as we mentioned, a well-coached game, a close game that kind of slowed down, kind of ground down almost to a halt there in the fourth quarter, as really the X and O battle kind of intensifying. And going to get you the final numbers. These two teams, they score the ball so differently. The Wildcats a very balanced output. 7 points for Emiliosi, 4 for Coleman, 14 points for Ross, 9 of which came in that second half. Delaney Talley splashed home a single three-pointer. Ava Baker with 5, and Prettyman with 7 points. Now, Prettyman kind of took over the game at one point in that second to early third quarter period, but then didn't see anything more from her as the Spring Hill Broncos kind of dialed it in on defense. Didn't see her on the glass either. Looking at the Broncos scores, Addison Bond actually did not score in this game. I don't know if she attempted a field goal either. Jenna Weber struggled at times from the field, couple turnovers, but did end the game with 19 points. And what does that say if we say Jenna Weber struggled and then we also say 19 points? I mean, that's just below the season average, so that gets the job done for the Broncos. 12 for Busher, who really started out hot. Suter had 6 points in this one. No LaPlante was injured coming into this contest. Rodden with a bucket, and Herman had a huge night, 7 points, but even bigger than that, kind of just the impact throughout the game, really a featured player getting some more run than we typically see, and very, very happy to see developments like that near the end of the season.
Yeah, there's a few things you can count on in this world. You can count on: death, taxes, and Jenna Weber giving you 20 points. She had a good, like you mentioned, maybe what you'd call a quiet 19 points, but solid all-around effort. And Coach Hughes has got some pretty good building blocks for this this program. She's got a bright future with her. She's got sophomores that play a lot. Bond, Busher, Suter, Todd, and Rodden are all sophomores, and then you got Herman coming in as a freshman making an impact. So bright future ahead for these Broncos, and looking forward to it.
Yeah, and that's without even mentioning Emery Feedback, who kind of features in on and off with the JV team. And I think she's got at least 2 inches on anyone else in the roster, like a true big, a true 5, to kind of go with a lot of these combo bigs that can do stuff inside and out. So much exciting potential. And even you don't even need to look towards next year. As the season's gone on, we've seen it more and more. We've seen Jaylee White also play at times as featured heavily in both the JV and the varsity contest, and really so nice to see that growth internally from these Spring Hill Broncos. We're going to flip it over and preview the boys' side. I've now been informed that the homecoming stuff, that's all happening at halftime of the boys' match. I'm not sure what that means for our potential HUSA interview, but we will try to stack all that into one show here on Spring Hill Sports Live. Stay with us.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net. Or schedule your appointment at 913-592-4453. The industry's most advanced equipment and training, state-of-the-art diagnostic tools, and the small-town friendly service you expect. That's J&T Auto Service in Spring Hill. Eliminate the veil of uncertainty with J&T Auto's digital diagnostic process. This unique service ensures transparency, clear communication, and documentation, allowing for a quick and complete repair. To learn more or to schedule an appointment, call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
We're flipping over to some pre-game programming here on Spring Hill Sports Live as we're getting right into the boys basketball action. The pre-game show is brought to you by Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. Locally owned and operated for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs is Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Learn more at comfortdesigns.net or call 913-592-4453. Curtis Kaiser Kaiser here. I'm Alex Smith, and it is Caden Carbajo on the camera today. A three-man crew on Spring Hill Sports Live, and why not for the undoubtedly the biggest home matchup of the season. That's why they put Winter Homecoming here on this night. It comes at a great time in the season, about 2/3 or maybe a little more through the year, and such a celebration here of the Spring Hill basketball programs. Now we expect a really close matchup on the boys' side too. It's kind of a banner year for Spring Hill girls the Louisburg girls basketball, I should say, with the Broncos also enjoying a really strong season, and that's kind of mirrored on the boys' side, but in the opposite way. They also have similar records. They've also gone through kind of similar pre-New Year struggles, and then really kind of picked things up once they started playing more frontier teams, once they got some of those tougher matchups kind of out of the way. So expecting a close one here tonight. We'll take one last break and get you those keys to the game right here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
First Auction Bank, community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Ladies, do you know what you want to drink?
Ooh, yeah, I'll have the unlimited coffee.
Me too. You got some coffee?
You know, back in my day, unlimited meant there were no limits. But you need a limit. Tired of paying for unlimited offers that leave you feeling limited? Experience Limitless with Go Brawley.
Your locally owned hometown Allstate agent is Libby Clark, now at her new location in downtown Spring Hill. Libby and her staff are passionate about the people they serve, helping them protect what matters most. With 24-hour customer service and options for online and in-person appointments, the Libby Clark Agency is the small-town agent you've grown to love, with the experience and products you'd expect from an industry-recognized premier agency. Visit them at their new location in downtown Spring Hill, just one block off Main on Hale, or call 913-686-6205.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and USD 230. At Elliott Group, we work, live, and shop in your local communities. Serving Miami and Johnson counties for more than 45 years, Elliott Group understands your needs. As an independent insurance agency, Elliott Group works with numerous carriers to find the coverage that best fits your needs. In Spring Hill, call 913-592-5552 or visit ElliottInsuranceGroup.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Aaron Stoes with Paola Veterinary Clinic. We'd like to thank you for trusting us with the care of your pets and large animals. At Paola Vet Clinic, we're proud to be your hometown vets who know and care about your family. Coming soon, a new location here in Paola in the industrial park with cattle haul-in and boarding and grooming. With 24-hour emergency services and 3 other locations in Louisburg, Drexel, and Martin City, and a team of 11 veterinarians, our commitment to this community makes Paola Vet Clinic the vets you can trust.
What is typically a daunting, frustrating, and intimidating experience was enjoyable and exciting because of Amy. She listened to what we envisioned for our future home and was able to show us houses that reflected this. She was with us every step of the way, taking the time to answer our phone calls and texts. We ended up with our dream home all thanks to Amy.
Feel at home while you find your next home with Amy Kelly of Reese Nichols Real Estate. Amy goes above and beyond for her clients and even makes a contribution to Ronald McDonald House with every closing. Contact Amy Kelly to buy or sell your home.
Massage is more than relaxation. Apex Massage Therapy can go beyond with targeted work for headaches and sinuses, myofascial releases, trigger point therapy, neuromuscular therapy, reflexology, cupping, and hot stones. Kylie's hands go right to the problem areas and work out all the issues. She is certified in prenatal massages, oncology, lymphatic drainage, pre- and post-surgery massages, and she can also work on minors and athletes. For openings and specials, like and follow Apex MT on Facebook.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
At Olathe Health, we perform cutting-edge surgical procedures because changing lives with innovative care drives us, one patient at a time. Olathe Health. Advanced healthcare. Advancing lives.
If you're off your game because of pain or injury, turn to Olathe Health because orthopedics is our game. Joint repair and replacement, chronic conditions and injuries, hand surgery, sports medicine. Make an appointment today.
Well, checking out the records as we're going to need a quick little adjustment here of the scorebook. One of our fans apparently doing us the service of bumping our camera, which is a frustrating yet common occurrence. Try to get these right in the box for you as we approach tip-off here in Spring Hill. On the boys' side, 5-10, that is your Bronco record. 7-9 are the Louisburg Wildcats. However, the Wildcats have dropped their last 4 games, all 4 of those coming against a Frontier League opposition. That kind of leads into our key of really hopping on them early.
Yeah, the Broncos started the season 1-5, so they've pretty much played 500 ball since then, so a lot of good improvement there.
Here comes a Jackson, nice feed for Bond, a lot of contact. D'Albini on the glass and is fouled by the 6'7" Mason Dobbins inside. That's a good battle to watch inside. 6'5" D'Albini and the 6'7" Mason Dobbins. And unlike what you see on those college roster heights, that's real. D'Albini, that's a really good tight end size, 6'5", 210. Of course, that's what many Spring Hill fans known for. Getting the work done on Friday nights in the fall, but Dobbins does look a little taller, looks huge, frankly, standing next to Metcalf under there as D'Albini will try to put Spring Hill on the board first. He's off the mark with the second one. Strong rebound by Hovey inside. Just a sophomore listed at 6'4". Quick three on the way for Louisburg, but it's offline and a nice rebound inside. Bond to the other direction. Your Spring Hill Broncos starters: Jackson, Bond, Metcalf, D'Albini, and Brown. Louisburg starts with Hovey, Parker, Hill, Dobbins, and Khalil Wingfield. Jackson blows by Wingfield, gets it down low to D'Albini. Old school hook, no. And the follow-up is rejected by Dobbins. Well, D'Albini to that preferred left hand, but could not get Spring Hill on the board. Second time trying to do so. Post entry, now a handoff for Trey Myers. Myers not in the starting lineup, already into the game. And a 3-ball on the way, off the mark again for Louisburg, as D'Albini tried to keep it in, and that is not smart basketball from D'Albini. That would have been side-out Broncos. Instead, after mishandling it, it's going to be Louisburg ball side-out. So inbounds for Myers to Wingfield. Now the sophomore Hovey, and a turnover. Jackson Works in the other way. Bounce pass to Bond, but it was one of those telegraphs. He only had one place to go with the ball, and Bond kind of beat him down the court and then just was parked on the block. And they were not able to make the exchange.
Yeah, Jackson should have got that ball to Bond before it got down to the basket.
Metcalf with it now. And Brown from the corner.
Down Evan Brown.
Who beat me to it, and why not?
Making his presence felt.
They get on the board first. Broncos 3, and Louisburg nothing. Still trying to get that score bug fixed for you guys. Pull up Jimmy for Dobbins won't go. And a kick out. Might have another 3. Louisburg very trigger happy early on here. Trey Myers is going to convert from downtown. Myers 6'4", as D'Albini through the contact. Several players were there for Louisburg, but none were able to stop the powerful D'Albini on the way to the hole. So Brown for 3, D'Albini with a chance with the and one free throw for 3 of his own. And D'Albini struggling from the line right now, 0 for 3 so far in this game. Baseline drive by Parker, and now into the big fella. Off the glass, too strong. Bond the other way. This game has a frantic pace to it. Bond up and in. That's not going to work defensively. They tried to take the charge, but really, other than the fall to the floor, nothing about that play looked even remotely like a charge. Defender sliding in really late, and that was an easy and one conversion for Chase Bond. Free throw up off the back iron, and that free throw bug kind of biting everyone on Spring Hill early on. Metcalf playing some D on Wingfield early. 2 seniors as Wingfield jump stops to the spot, gets it out for Parker. Jackson on him as they swing for Trey Myers. Lanky senior gets it to Dobbins outside. And the fumbled exchange there by Myers in the corner. And that happens right in front of that big Spring Hill fan section. They love it. So Bond now underneath will inbound. Some full court D being set up by the Cats. They use Wingfield at the top of that zone press. Bond guarded up high, looks like 2-3 zone in the half court, and that's going to be a jump. Both teams had hands on it. It stays with the Broncos. Here is Metcalf. And they're trying to throw the alley. That one really had no chance. A bullet pass by Bond, and there's a reason they call it a lob. That rebound gathered in by Wingfield, reverse pivot, and was fouled on the floor. The most performative that you will ever see referees be is when they wave off the shot attempt and motion that the foul is on the floor.
Very demonstrative.
I mean, homecoming dance is coming up. I hope that someone from Spring Hill uses that move on the floor. Here's an and one opportunity for Louisburg. They can claw back, make it a 1-point game. Khalil Wingfield is now on the board for the Cats. James Allen enters the contest, replacing D'Albini. Nice early minutes for D'Albini, who sometimes kind of just floats through and doesn't see too much of the ball, doesn't see too many rebounds, but he's really mixing it up there early on in this game with the Louisburg bigs. And as soon as Mason Dobbins headed for the bench, then D'Albini did too. James Allen right in the game. He got the rebound, got fouled. Already 4 team fouls on Louisburg just halfway through the first quarter. Brown flips it over to Metcalf, who's been quiet so far. Bond into the trap, and now they get it to Metcalf. Jackson set himself, now back for Luke Metcalf. Metcalf, the St. Mary Spire converts from downtown. That pushes the lead up to 5 points. And Gassman into the game. Now, Cade Gassman for Louisburg, absolutely one of my favorite Frontier League athletes. That is because he will be a Johnson County Cavalier on the soccer field next season. Here is Gassman. He's a lefty. And he's going to take the ball screen up high. Didn't see him too much on the basketball court when I covered Louisburg hoops a season ago, but a lot of this team has turned over from the last season. They had a lot of senior presence there. Ezra Baker into the game for the first time. Coach Bouchard getting pretty deep into that bench just after the midpoint of the first. Gavin Losey has it to inbound. And now Wingfield is guarded by Metcalf. Dobbins starts the drive, and a personal foul is going to come in on possibly Allen. Brown was also involved on the defense. That is going to be on Allen. So both teams now with 4 fouls. Rivalry matchup. It is physical, as you would expect. Dobbins is able to put it in. This one has been close throughout so far, as Dobbins goes 2 for 2. Why does it seem like an accomplishment when a center in high school makes 2 free throws? I say that as a former high school center. Luke Metcalf on the right wing is going to get it to Brown, dishing in the corner for Allen. Good movement here against the Louisburg 2-3. And Brown going to try one from that left side. Allen contesting the board, but it's loose in the corner. It ends up being, I think it's going to be Louisburg basketball. Referee actually pointed in both directions. That was very confusing. But it looked like a straightforward call. Looked like Allen dove with it and then was kind of laying on the sideline. That ends up being the result of the play. Wingfield dribbles into some trouble, flips it back over to Lucas Hill. Now Gassman drops it down low for Dobbins, who converts. Well, Louisburg can tie it up here. They have trailed throughout this first quarter. But Louisburg is kind of controlling the pace of this one so far. They're controlling it with that defensive full court pressure, and then also once the Broncos cross, then they do the opposite. Then they slow it down with the 2-3. And that can really mess with the heads of the Broncos when they get the ball down. Dobbins able to steal that away. Ill-advised post entry from Brown. Wingfield now dribbles up and gets it along the baseline. Lost it. Broncos going to head the other direction. Lacey into the contest for the very first time.
Bryce Kirchner joined number 10 as well.
Thank you for that spot. So it is Kirchner, it's Ezra Baker, it's Bond, Metcalf, and Lacey. As the season continues, we've seen more and more configurations, more interesting lineups. And this particular lineup, I don't think, is one that I have seen yet. That's what makes high school sports so interesting. Nothing's nailed down. No spots are guaranteed. Here's Dobbins on the cut across the floor. Louisburg big man looking good so far early in this one, but they turn it over. Elijah Lacey now with the left hand is going to get into the corner for Metcalf, who collects, fires away, and it's an air ball. That pass into the corner, certainly not in the shooting pocket of Metcalf, who maybe should have just held on to it. Cross court for Lucas Hill. No hesitation, but Bond, strong box out, strong rebound. My goodness, the pace of this game really is something early on. Metcalf thought about another triple, now drives, pulls up, and it's off the iron. Bond is contesting every rebound inside. Wingfield the other way, smooth 6'3", wearing the 2 4s on his chest, gets fouled by Bond on the reach-in. It's a lot of size on the court for Louisburg. Tovey, a sophomore, is listed at 6'4". Then Trey Myers, who is currently on the bench, also 6'4", 6'7" for Dobbins. And you got big Wingfield out there as well. It's 4 or 5 guys all above 6'3". That's a strong presence on your varsity roster. Gassman handoff for a Wingfield, now drifting to the right side of the floor. Gives it back to the senior, working on the much smaller Lacey, and Wingfield turns it over. Well, Wingfield last season was 5-6 point per game scorer, but my thought was that he was really only very close to being a 14-15 point per game guy, and has put it together this season from a scoring standpoint for Louisburg, but that playmaking game is still coming for him as well. Baker on the left side to Jackson now. That multi-year progression, part of my favorite part of covering the high school game. Rebound inside by Isaiah Whitley, another senior for Louisburg. Now Hill with it. Cross court for Gassman. And Gassman was fouled by Ezra Baker. And we're already, as this bonus free throws, it will be. So Cade Gassman 1-1 now. We're not even through the first quarter yet. And good time to remind people that in women's college basketball, when you go to the second quarter, the fouls reset. And you don't have to deal with more bonus. So we shouldn't have to do this. Lacey crossing the timeline, has Ezra Baker in the corner in some space as the Broncos continue to attack this Louisburg 2-3. Gassman extending, and now Metcalf gets it back to Lacey. Jackson, crisp pass across for Metcalf. Wow. Puts it up, and Luke Metcalf beats the buzzer. What a shot for the Broncos, and opens up a 4-point lead heading into quarter number 2. You are watching Spring Hill Sports Live.
Hello, I'm Dr. Alyssa O'Connor, and I would like to welcome you to Sozo Chiropractic.
So many people only seek out a chiropractor when they are in pain, but ongoing wellness care helps you deal with stress and be healthier. At Sozo Chiropractic, the focus is on holistic wellness for any age. I am Webster certified for prenatal care, pediatric trained, as well as a family chiropractor. We also offer acupuncture and sauna services.
Sozo is a Greek word that means to heal, to make well, and to restore health. And that is our goal for each one of our patients who walks through the door.
Supreme Mechanical Solutions is a heating, AC, and refrigeration company with over 25 years of experience. They install and maintain equipment for residential and commercial customers throughout Kansas City with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. And they're available 24/7 for emergency repairs. Financing is available for system replacements. For supreme quality, think Supreme Mechanical Solutions. Learn more at smsofkc.com or call 913-433-4567.
Right back here on the Spring Hill Sports Live, Luke Metcalf Sports Live. My goodness, the double team rose up for the right angle triple, and I'm certainly going to be trying to cut that one and get it up on Twitter, because that is one of the plays of the season for the Spring Hill Broncos.
Well, we congratulate Luke, too, on signing to play at the University of St. Mary's next year, continuing his basketball career.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, first time that I've been on the air. I think this is the first Spring Hill sports game also that has been on the air since that commitment was announced. And of course, if you were watching our girls game, you heard Coach Connor Bouchard kind of getting into what went into that process. Some connections with the coaching staff, and that is something that I think a lot of Spring Hill basketball players in years to come will enjoy, that Connor Bouchard, or just the Bouchard in general, kind of network that is now present here at Spring Hill Sports Live. We'll also say that applies to the girls' side too. I was doing some chatter with my Johnson people, trying to get them here to the girls' game. Turns out one of Coach Yusa's former teammates used to play for Johnson. You get some local players from UMKC that Coach Yusa obviously knows from her time in college. So this is a good school to be at if you want to get recruited. Sometimes it's harder to get recruited out of a 4A or a 5A, certainly than one of the Blue Valley schools where coaches know that tons of recruits come out of there. But that is something that both of these first-year head coaches for Spring Hill really can provide such a great benefit. Nice cut here by Jackson. That is a beautiful feed inside for Allen.
Good ball movement there by the Broncos. Solid.
Jackson growing in confidence. He did start this game. And foul comes in. 8th team foul against the Broncos. We're at a point where both teams had 4. Suddenly the Broncos have picked up a bunch of fouls here. And we're going to be shooting throughout this second quarter, or at least the Wildcats are. Hovey currently at the line for 1-1 and leaves the first one off the side. One of the biggest benefits, too, that Coach Bouchard kind of talked about with Metcalf is so much pressure off now. You can play your natural game. You cannot worry about it as much. As Allen going to try a corner 3. That one's off. There's certainly space in the corner, though, against this Louisburg zone. They do like to creep up and contest possession at the top of the key more than those corners. Drop down for Hovey. He's going to put it up. No good. And a strong rebound inside. Foul on the play. A couple of Spring Hill, a foul going to come in actually on Trey Myers. So Myers was in between a couple of Spring Hill players, thought he wrestled down that rebound and then was fouled. Instead, he picks up the personal, and that one is thrown away by the Broncos. Wingfield, stop and pop in the middle of the lane, no. Got his own rebound and got fouled. I think Wingfield took a shot to the face there. Now, what was always there for Wingfield last season, and the reason that I kind of saw him as a player that was ready to go, obviously the size at 6'3", but it was the shooting touch that is always intriguing. I mean, you talk about like 3 skills to get up to the highest level: size, handles, and the shot. You need 2 of the 3. And he already had 2 of the 3, but it was that third kind of operating from the elbow, that 1-2 dribble spin game, or extending that post game out to like 15 feet. That is so vital for him, and that he's done so much better this season. Also is someone who has been getting looks from local programs, not just for what he can do right now, but also a player who is very much still developing and has developed a whole lot in the past year. Jackson is going to find Baker in the corner as Spring Hill's running Brown in the middle of that zone O. Now they pop him out to the top of the three-point line. Baker thought about the 3. Jackson got it back, surrounded. Defense collapsed as Allen had it in the corner. Allen, the gather, out to Baker. No hesitation. The 3 was halfway down, but Allen on the glass. Allen was double teamed, got it to Baker. Second chance for the Broncos. Jackson tries his first triple of the night and hits it. We'll spawn that one into existence, talking about that confidence growing. And the Bronco lead now growing, but that one helped things as Hovey puts it in for 2. Most of these Louisburg offensive possessions that look better are coming very quickly as Wingfield steps through on his way to the cup and got fouled. Really good move inside by Wingfield, just kind of bodied Lacey out of the way, and That's the worst kind of play as a defender. You took a big hit and you get called for the foul. Brady Kaiser ready to check in for the first time at the 5:14 mark at quarter number 2.
I know that kid.
And he replaces Lacey. Haven't seen Keaton Neal in this one yet. I got really great intel from a whole lot of folks on the Spring Hill side, which was kind of interesting because then as soon as I got a wave of emails from the Spring Hill faithful, then I was off the air for 2 weeks. I couldn't use all my good notes, but I got some really good ones for Neal, some really funny ones. Save that for when he's in the game. Here is a Kaiser top of the key. Nice pass into the corner for Brown. Spring Hill moving it nicely, and a foul comes in on Jackson off the dribble drive. Well, with Allen kind of trying to spread the floor into the corner, it's an interesting look to attack the zone defense with no true big man, no kind of center anchor presence there. As Allen kind of varies that role, you see him flashing out to the corner. Jackson going to try another three, and that one's too strong. Rebound inside by Dobbins. Wingfield coming the other way, hesitation move, and got stuck in a crowd, lost the basketball. A jump ball going to favor the Spring Hill Broncos.
Looks like Brady might have got rolled up on there. His ankle looks like it's bothering him a little bit.
And yep, that tough one, especially coming in cold off the bench after getting some time in the JV contest. That just whole body a little stiff, a little. It's just I've seen on the girls' side a lot of players play a ton of JV minutes and then come in and play 5 or 10 for varsity. And as the season continues, you just want to keep everyone sharp. That's going to be a kick ball out on the perimeter by junior Nathan Parker. So Brown side out in front of the Mahomies to Kaiser, as still operating against this Louisburg 2-3. It's like a well-drilled Louisburg 2-3 as well. Kaiser patiently assessing the defense. Metcalf and Bond both on the bench, so you sense kind of any offense the Broncos can get is a little bit of a bonus. Two of the primary creators currently on the bench, and Jackson turns it over. That was, or should have been, an easy exchange into the corner, anything but.
Yeah, it looks like James maybe thought he was going to catch it and shoot it right away and took his eye off it and lost it out of bounds.
So Broncos by 4 here midway through quarter number 2. This one, as the girls matchup, was pretty much that scoring margin staying the same throughout, as Dobbins freed up by that classic cross block-to-block screening action.
Need better help side defense there from the Broncos.
And Kaiser fouled on that play by Parker. And this will be 1-and-1 free throws coming for Kaiser.
Foul number 1, Nathan Parker is first. Foul number 7. And for the Wildcats, number 10, Dave Gaston. Line shooting 1-1, Brady Kaiser.
Kaiser and Bond, some of the best shoe game, I would say, on this Spring Hill Bronco team. As the first one is off the side of the rim. And neither team has converted a 1-and-1 free throw yet. Block shot inside, no. A foul on Brock Vose. 6-foot junior.
James Allen.
13, James Allen, his third team foul.
That's 3 on Allen already. Has not been in the game for long, and might see him possibly return to the Pine. We do have a couple of subs there. Kirchner's out there, so is Bond. Metcalf yet to re-enter. Metcalf kind of gets that classic NBA sub treatment. You play almost the whole first quarter, and then you just get the 3-minute chunk, and then you come back in, close out the half.
Yep.
And one of the few players where the role, kind of the time has not varied at quite as much. Free throw struggle continues, but that one is stuck back in by Dobbins, makes it a 1-point game. Bond now crossing the timeline. Has a Kaiser to run that 2-guard 2-3 zone offense. Jackson drifting around, trying to find some space. Does on the left side. Kaiser goes back to him. He'll try another 3, and this one's good. Ryan Jackson para-triples now, 2 for 3 from downtown, and restores the advantage for the Broncos. Wide open on the baseline is Brock Vose. The dribble drive results in the charge. And who else but Chase Bond, so adept at taking those offensive fouls right in the chest. So Vose picking up the first personal. And that was one where the savvy of Bond able to take that charge as Vose was trying to just run through underneath the basket. Bond, ball fake into the middle of the lane. Floater over Dobbins is not going to find any rim. Straight out.
I haven't seen that out of Chase yet tonight. Usually that's his game, attacking the rim.
And that's why they say you cannot teach height. I mean, you stick a 6'7" guy in there, suddenly an automatic shot becomes an air ball. And that doesn't even go as a block shot or anything. There is no stat to record that. Perhaps the biggest value of the big man in this game. Dobbins, a strong move inside, is now getting it going offensively. And that is something that the Broncos need to monitor, need to limit, as we're tied now at 21. Brown in the corner, over, and now swung to Jackson. Bond, corner triple, rare one, but it goes down. Chase Bond, well, he does put up a couple three-pointers, kind of plays that retro Houston Rockets at the rim or at the three-point line type of offense. And finally had a look where Dobbins wasn't in his face, able to convert it easily. Nice cross-court pass here, finding Luke Schultz. Now Wingfield, one dribble into the three-pointer off the mark. And Dobbins, yeah, that's going to be a late but pretty simple foul call to make against Evan Brown. Both teams in the box.
Yeah, I kind of waited for the whistle there.
Yeah.
It didn't happen. I thought he was going to get away with one. But, definitely contact there.
Coming in with the correct call. Now, something interesting, a conversation on Twitter that I spotted over the week was about the kind of the shortage of officials and whether it would work at the high school level to go from 3 officials back down to 2, which was apparently many years ago, these games. But right there, you really saw the benefit of the third ref. And the feedback that I saw in those posts was all the refs would quit if you made it a 2-man. No ref wants to work a 2-man crew. So it pretty much seemed like when the actual voices of the officials were chiming into the post that it did not seem to be a realistic option to address the referee shortage. Instead, to address it, we need more Chase Bonds. We need more players getting certified to officiate high school games. That's what Chase Bond has done. Jackson is getting really hot from downtown here in the second. That is his 3rd triple of the quarter.
You have to call that one Ryan Action Jackson there.
The other 2 are from that left wing, that one from the right side. He is lighting it up here against the Louisburg 2-3. Maybe make another one, make him come out and play some man-to-man.
And just like on the girls' side, these boys are this pretty young roster. You see Ryan Jackson is only a sophomore. It looks like the rest of the team that's out there right now is junior, short of Bryce Kirchner, who's the lone senior on the court at the moment.
That is Lacey. It is Kaiser, it is Jackson, Bond, and as you said, Kirchner over there kind of sagging into the corner. as the Broncos not only going to hold for one, but they're also going to talk things over before they let it fly. You are watching Spring Hill Sports Live.
You've been watching.
Welcome back here to Spring Hill Sports Live, tail end of the first half here between the Broncos and the rival Louisburg Wildcats. 15.3 to shoot. Metcalf is now back out there for Spring Hill. Still 2-3 for Louisburg. Down to 8 seconds for Lacey. Looking for some spaces. Metcalf cross court to Jackson. He's been red hot. Tries another three, and it's just off the front iron. So that'll close out the first half of action. So kind of uncertain now what exactly is happening with the homecoming proceedings, but we are going to take a quick break, and whatever's happening down on the floor, we are going to cover it here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
Are you looking for a trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's heating and air conditioning company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and precision. Locally owned and operated right here in Spring Hill for more than 20 years, Comfort Designs Heating and Air Conditioning. See all they have to offer at comfortdesigns.net or schedule your appointment.
Welcome back here to Spring Hill Sports Live. Alex Smith, Curtis Kaiser, Peyton Carbajo on the camera. And it does appear that the homecoming court selection is currently being announced. So I'm going to do my best to get the arena announcer into your sound at home. That's going to take some fiddling here, but I will step away and bring you these proceedings here down on the court right here on the Louisburg Sports Live. Spring Hill Sports Live, excuse me.
According to her teachers, Louisburg University, where you will major in biology with a focus on physical therapy. Our next couple this evening is Lily Haney and Kate Schulte. Lily is supported by her parents, Heather and James Haney. Lily is a four-year member of cross-country, basketball, and track. She has been on the color guard for 2 years and is currently serving as a captain. She is a member of the National Honor Society, PALS, and LINKS. She is also the Student Council Secretary, the online editor-in-chief for student publications, and has been on the honor roll for all 4 years of high school. According to her teachers, Lily is one of the strongest student leaders we have ever worked with. She is very responsible and hardworking. She pours all of her time and talents into helping others, particularly at color guard. She is patient and kind. She is very responsible and knows multiple activities and makes it look easy. Lily will be attending the University of Kansas, where she will major in political science. She also plans to join the U.S. Air Force ROTC program. Peyton is supported by his parents, Nicole and Justin Schulte. Peyton has participated in track and cross country. He is a member of PALS, LINKS, and Student Council. He is on the honor roll and a member of the National Honor Society. He was also chosen as a member of the Honors Band. According to his teachers, Peyton is one of the best people that have had the privilege of teaching. He is always warm and welcoming, even to students outside his immediate social group. He has a wonderful, positive rapport with everyone around him, staff, and students alike. He's trustworthy and is simply respectful. Peyton will be attending the University of Oklahoma to pursue a degree in meteorology with a minor in chemistry. He also plans to participate in the private Oklahoma marching band. Our final couple this evening is Jenna Weber and Jacob Page. Jenna is supported by her parents, Christy and Mike Weber. Jenna's activities include volleyball, basketball, and track. She's also a member of the National Honor Society and PALS. According to her teachers, Jenna is a leader by example. She is determined and disciplined, which has led to her successes in high school athletics and academics. Though quiet, Jenna has a great sense of humor and such a thoughtful individual. Jenna's future plans after high school are exciting. Jacob is supported by his parents, Casey and Stephen Page. Jacob has been the manager for the boys basketball team for 3 years, girls basketball for 1 year, football for 1 year, and soccer for 1 year. He has participated in Scholars Bowl for all 4 years of high school and is a member of the National Honor Society and Chess Club. He is currently the Student Council Senior Vice President. According to his teachers, Jacob's goofy personality is hard to ignore and will always put a smile on your face. He's the first to volunteer and will never turn away a classmate in need of help. Jacob plans to attend Iowa State to major in computer engineering. These are our 5 couples tonight. High squad would like to thank the administrators and teachers who have helped make this an exciting week. Special thank you to Jenny Cope of Wildcats Flowers for the donation of the beautiful Queen in attendance flowers this evening. Performing the crowning this evening is last year's homecoming queen, Nancy Good. Nancy is currently attending the University of Northern Iowa, where she is majoring in biology with a minor in chemistry and psychology. She is also a member of the soccer team and plans to go to PA school to further her education. Assisting in tonight's coordination ceremony are high squad members David Browning, Margot Todd, Samantha Weinbrenner, Lily Bowden, and Ada Crabtree. And now, the 2023 winter homecoming king is Bryce Kirkner. Homecoming queen is Jenna Weber.
Up your lawn care game at Hers Inc. in Spring Hill. We have one of the area's largest and most diverse selections of lawnmowers, including top brands like Altos, Bobcat, Gravely, Dixie Chopper, and Red Max. Quality built machines for any size job. And when you get your mower at Hers, we offer full service and repairs covered by your warranty. From the backyard to the back 40, the all-star lineup of mowers at Hers will make you the captain of the lawn. See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
You've been in there over 30 minutes. You don't pay the water bill, get out.
Wouldn't it be great if you could control your internet usage like other utilities?
I can.
No, I mean if you could control how much usage there was so you could save yourself money, like with water.
Yeah, I know. I already can with Go Brawly.
Oh, well, now you can. With the all-new app from Go Brawly, you'll have complete control from anywhere. Visit GoBrawly.com to learn more.
Spring Hill's hometown shop is J&T Auto Service. As a full-service repair shop, J&T Auto Service works on all makes and models. Diesels, Europeans, they do it all. From combines to Corvettes. Visit J&T Auto Service for oil changes, tires, brakes, alignments, electrical diagnostics, and so much more. Small town, friendly service with high-tech tools and training. Schedule your service at J&T Auto Service. Call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
Supreme Mechanical Solutions is a heating, AC, and refrigeration company with over 25 years of experience. They install and maintain equipment for residential and commercial customers throughout Kansas City with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. And they're available 24/7 for emergency repairs. Financing is available for system replacements. For supreme quality, think Supreme Mechanical Solutions. Learn more at smsofkc.com or call 913-433-4567.
What is typically a daunting, frustrating, and intimidating experience was enjoyable and exciting because of Amy. She listened to what we envisioned for our future home and was able to show us houses that reflected this. She was with us every step of the way, taking the time to answer our phone calls and texts. We ended up with our dream home all thanks to Amy.
Feel at home while you find your next home with Amy Kelly of Reese Nichols Real Estate. Amy goes above and beyond for her clients and even makes a contribution to Ronald McDonald House with every closing. Contact Amy Kelly to buy or sell your home.
Massage is more than relaxation. Apex Massage Therapy can go beyond with targeted work for headaches and sinuses, myofascial releases, trigger point therapy, neuromuscular therapy, reflexology, cupping, and hot.
Well, that exciting presentation of the homecoming court being named was brought to you by Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial. As Wingfield straight to the cup to begin the third quarter. That is not the start the Broncos are looking for. Metcalf is now trapped over in the corner. This game, such a frantic pace, I can't even acknowledge our favorite sponsor, Michael Grant. Of course, we had some kind of unconventional halftime coverage as Louisburg going to launch another corner triple. Rebound batted around, collected inside, and then fouled by Bond will give me a chance to collect myself. And to let you know that Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial, his plan is to help you plan for the unexpected and protect your future. Getting to know you and the things that are most important to you will help them customize the right plan for your needs. To learn more, visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill or call them at 913-592-2336.
Got Luke Metcalf for that foul there. That's his third.
Ouch. And so that actually, I'm not really marking down fouls, things happening such an elevated pace today that I was wondering why he had such a long stretch of sitting down on the bench in the second quarter. That is exactly why. So already picking up the third, that is not fantastic news, but I don't see Coach opting for an early sub here as things are
he's got him out of the
threatening.
game. He put in Ezra Baker. And
look at that. He did it so fast, I didn't even see it. Well, things are kind of threatening to maybe spiral a little bit for the Broncos right now as the what had been a 5-point advantage quickly evaporating to begin the second.
Yeah, 2 quick substitutions there, bringing Elijah Lacey back in the game and Ezra Baker.
Baker from the corner is short. D'Albini scrapping on the glass, and Dobbins got hot for a period of that second quarter when D'Albini was not in the game. Now, D'Albini played a nice chunk of minutes to start the contest and then did not re-enter, which at least in games that I've done, there's been fewer boys games that I've done than girls games, but in those games, that has tended to be what happens with D'Albini. Is a starter, contest that jump ball, and then that pass was aimed right at his kneecaps. Not doing the big man any favors when you throw it at the feet. That's a carry for Wingfield, and that's what I'm talking about with the handle. It's just a little bit loose for Wingfield. That's a play where smaller players will get away with that. But when you are 6'3" and it just takes a little bit, each dribble takes a little bit longer, it's a little bit more herky-jerky, and that gets you called for the travel. Kaiser already back in the game as a Bond going to go straight to the hole and put it in for 2. Well, that's when Bond is at his best, head full of steam, attacking the cup, and is able to convert over the taller defenders when he has momentum. Swung out for Parker, now inside to Dobbins. The big man from the baseline is too strong. Really strong rebound, though, inside for Hovey. Puts it back up and in. That is a man's bucket there. We call it boys basketball in the state of Kansas, but big man play down low. Kaiser is guarded by the much larger Wingfield, as it does appear that Louisburg are now in man-to-man. Bond driving to the cup, gets fouled en route, and will head to the free throw line. My goodness, so much has happened. There's only 2 minutes here of the second half. This is the kind of intensity we love to see.
I think you can kind of see Chase Bond recognizing with Luke Metcalf out of the game, and he's got to be more assertive on the offensive end. He's had 2 attempts there where he's driven to the bucket hard and got some, played through some contact and got to the free throw line. So,
and kind of that final evolution for Bond is to pass out of the drive, something that he often does, but usually not like a post pass or as he kind of develops that ball handling, then that court sense follows once it's natural to make all those moves, and I think that is what you'll see next year out of Chase Bond, a distributor too, adding that kind of final aspect to the offensive game. Nice bounce pass down low to Conley Hovey, who's doing some good work down in the paint, and his smile, maybe fortunate to get that whistle, kind of let that shot go from his hip, but that may have been because he did indeed get fouled. Either way, Louisburg have a chance to tie. Both teams already picking up a pair of fouls to begin the third quarter.
And now we have Chase Bond with his 3rd foul. So we have both Luke Metcalf and Chase Bond with 3 fouls each.
I better start marking these fouls down because foul trouble may play a big role in the closing stages of this one. Played a period of that first half without both Bond and Metcalf. That wasn't by design either. And Dobbins is not able to corral it. It's going to be Spring Hill basketball. Kaiser's in there, Jackson, it's Brown, it's Kirchner, and it's D'Albini. Kaiser trying to get through the pressure, Dobbins trailing him. Louisburg quickly up the floor, get it to Jackson. Would love for Jackson to continue a hot night. Kaiser had the jumper pass out to downtown Evan Brown. And credit to Kaiser on the play, collapsing the defense, and Spring Hill getting it done against the man-to-man of the Wildcats.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
Stupid Go Brawley internet.
Go Brawley allows you complete control over internet usage for all devices in your home from anywhere, as it should be. Visit GoBrawley.com to learn more.
Well, viewers of Spring Hill Sports Live, of course, will be very familiar with both the winter homecoming king and queen. It's Bryce Kirchner and Jenna Weber. Love to see Kirchner get crowned in the jersey. That's actually something I saw last year at Louisburg with the homecoming basketball game too. And another attempt inside almost went down for Hovey, who will head to the line for 2 free throws. Disappointed that he left with that and one opportunity unscored. So keep Neal out there for the first time as Hovey pounds 3 dribbles and right up. That's the free throw routine that you'll see on the coaching tapes. Just 3 dribbles, 1 knee bouncing up. And it's short. D'Albini, nice hand on the rebound, able to corral it. Comes Neal cross court to Kaiser. Haven't really seen those two sharing the court. And interested to see this configuration. Neal had the 3, instead going to start a drive, try to collapse that defense. Kirchner now up high. Very interchangeable kind of offensive pieces other than D'Albini, who does stick down low. Kirchner is left open for a 3, no hesitation, takes it, and boarded by Wingfield. Here comes Khalil Wingfield, long strides into the front court, jump stop, 3-pointer on the way from Parker, no. Strong rebound, Brown. Kaiser down the right side, back to Neal. Kirchner just missed one, doesn't care one bit. And when you're the king, why not? Right out of the corner in front of the home faithful.
Royalty King Kirchner for 3.
You love to see it, and that's going to prompt a quick timeout. Louisburg will step away as well.
Hers Incorporated in Spring Hill is your area's premier small engine repair shop. Before you replace that faulty trimmer or mower, let our experts get you back to work. And if you are in the market for a new handheld, we carry Maruyama and Red Max trimmers. Plus, Hers is still the best place for hydraulic hoses, cylinder repair, and mechanical control cables. If that's not enough, we're also a UPS drop-off location. To learn more, visit us at hersinc.net, call 913-247-3530, or just stop on by.
Your locally owned hometown Allstate agent is Libby Clark, now at her new location in downtown Spring Hill. Libby and her staff are passionate about the people they serve, helping them protect what matters most. With 24-hour customer service and options for online and in-person appointments, the Libby Clark Agency is the small-town agent you've grown to love, with the experience and products you'd expect from an industry-recognized premier agency. Visit them at their new location in downtown Spring Hill, just 1 block off Main on Hale, or call 913-686-6205.
D'Albini out there with Kirchner, with Jackson, Neal, and Evan Brown. As Kaiser returned to the bench, I believe replaced by Jackson.
Good to see the Broncos extend the lead there with both Bond and Metcalf on the bench there. That's encouraging.
Yeah, absolutely was. Gassman now back in the game for Louisburg. They're running kind of a 2 big look right now with Hovey and The shot is off the mark. Flying through the air was Mason Dobbins. Couldn't get it. Jackson ahead of the pack. Puts it in. Ryan Jackson, that's his first 2-point field goal of this game. Now up to a team leading 11 points. Three-pointer on the way and cashed in by Lucas Hill. Instant response for the Wildcats. Jackson again. Pitch back to Kirshner. Same spot, and that one's short. Strong rebound, Neal. Power dribble, and goes right back up with it. Keaton Neal certainly looks both taller and stronger than he did at the beginning of the season. And that development has been constant. The playing time has not been, as he did not play in the first half of this game, but flying through for the rebound, putting it in. Wingfield starts the drive, and it's short, but he was fouled at the rim. Things are really heating up here offensively. Both teams pretty hot here in the third quarter. And it doesn't seem to matter who's out there for either one of them. D.L. Beanie, a little bit of an extended run here to begin the third quarter. Wingfield free throw good. Isaiah Whitley back into the game. And James Allen sneaking in there for Kirshner. And Kirshner, I just love that Kirshner does what he does. He gets in the game, he puts up shots, and then he goes back to the bench. And that doesn't matter if he would have made the first one, the second one, he would have put up the same number of shots regardless of how many were going in, how many weren't going in.
He shoots it with confidence, and considering he didn't play his sophomore, junior years, he came into his senior year ready to go.
D.L. Beanie is able to wrestle that ball away and is going to dribble out himself. Nifty move there by the big fella. Jackson starting the drive and lost it. And Brown on the floor, skidding and not called for the travel. D.L. Beanie doesn't know what to do with it out there, and his teammates able to get him out of a pinch. Looks like Louisburg maybe going back to that 2-3. Brown going to try a three. It's off the mark. Rebounds loose. Again is grabbed by the Broncos. Allen in the corner, back to Jackson, going to start a drive into the middle of the lane. Out to Brown. Two dribbles inside, off the mark with a shot, and Allen, I think that was the fourth offensive rebound in the same play, and still the Broncos not able to convert. Whitley swinging over to Lucas Hill, who just drained a three. And now Wingfield on Brown. Here's Gassman. Back to Hill, tight man-to-man from the Broncos. Baseline drive from Whitley. He'll kick it out. It's like Hill thought about that Steph Curry shot. Ended up thinking better of it. Wingfield going to reset here as we're at the 1:30 mark of quarter number 3. Broncos by 7. Right side Wingfield, wide open three for Hill, and it's off the back iron. Well, that is a fortunate miss as far as Spring Hill is concerned. That was a good look after some nice execution by the Wildcats. Allen lines up a three, and that is a sweet spot right in front of the Spring Hill crowd. Pushes the lead back up to 10. Wingfield trying to keep Louisburg afloat, spinning his way inside, and it's just off the mark, but gets the steal and the strip, puts it up, and I thought he got fouled on that play. Still with the Wildcats, and eventually the foul does come in. Mason Dobbins will head to the free throw line.
Broncos got to do a better job on the boards. You give them too many chances, eventually something's going to happen.
Yeah, both teams just collecting offensive rebounds right now. Neither of them able to end the possession. And free throws will become crucial, I think, especially for Louisburg here as they trail by 10. And Spring Hill already have 5 fouls. Bond is going to re-enter before Metcalf does. But we might see Metcalf play most, or ideally all possibly of the fourth quarter, should he not maybe pick up that fourth personal. And Dobbins good on free throw number 2. So calling out the lineup, it is Neal, it is Bond, Jackson, Allen, and Brown. Bounce pass back to Neal, and he tried to whip it through. Needed two hands on that pass. Wingfield into the paint, tried to step through, and a foul comes in late. We'll see. It is going to be called on the floor. I believe on the floor it should be. Oh, my. Well, they're going to say Wingfield was stepping through for the shot attempt there. I'm not sure that I agree with that. I mean, he was certainly fouled, no question about that.
Flat-footed, I'm not sure he got into shooting motion, but
no. But that is who Louisburg won at the free throw line. Great shooter. And certainly their lead man offensively. Wingfield is 1 for 2 and a foul this time on Louisburg. So Gavin Losey, the sophomore, just a sophomore, but already 6'3". This could be a really big, really imposing Louisburg team. I mean, they kind of already are, but you get those big sophomores suddenly into big seniors, then it looks a little different. Jackson trying to connect with Bond, does so, and Bond able to connect from the field for his 4th field goal make of the contest. Dribble drive here from Whitley. He was able to put it in, no shot on the play. And that's going to be 4 on Bond, who is muttering under his breath, that is frustrating. Probably got about, what, a minute 30?
Yeah.
Sometimes it is just not your night. And that, I mean, there's still time for it to be your night. There's still a whole 4th quarter in a close game, and Bond does have some nice production up to, got him for 9 points on the night despite the minute limitations that these fouls are causing it. I think, especially with Bond, I think we will see a lot of Metcalf in the 4th quarter, and hopefully he can avoid the same fate. So it was Baker who entered the contest for Bond. Very different players, certainly. And Allen just bodied Baker for that rebound. And here is an attempt by Jackson at the, almost at the horn, but no good for the Broncos. They do, though, take a 9-point lead here into quarter number 4. You are watching homecoming basketball right here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Your locally owned hometown Allstate agent is Libby Clark. Now at her new location in downtown Spring Hill, Libby and her staff are passionate about the people they serve, helping them protect what matters most. With 24-hour customer service and options for online and in-person appointments, the Libby Clark Agency is the small-town agent you've grown to love, with the experience and products you'd expect from an industry-recognized premier agency. Visit them at their new location in downtown Spring Hill, just 1 block off Main on Hale, or call 913-686-6205.
Well, if you're just joining us, it has been an absolutely tremendous night of high school basketball here in Spring Hill. The girls taking the opening contest by a final of 46-40. And at halftime, we saw Kirchner and Jenna Weber being named homecoming king and queen. So that's fantastic for your Spring Hill Hoop fans as Wingfield tries a 3. It's off the front iron, and Brown lost the rebound. And it is going to be put in by Lucas Hill. Hill is really coming alive right now for Louisburg. Hit a couple threes, and now scrapping inside as well. Extended run for Keaton Neal. Only has played the 3rd and the 4th quarter. Nice handles here. Got it to Brown. Now with Jackson back to Keaton Neal. First touch for Metcalf really seems like the first touch of the second half. Keaton Neal was swatted away at the rim by Mason Dobbins, and Dobbins showing good anticipation. That was a block that you could see coming way before it happened.
Yeah, Neal had to get that high up off the glass to get that over the outstretched arms of the 6'7" Dobbins.
And Metcalf will try to pull up over the big man and is off the mark with a shot. That ball kept in, but only for the Wildcats. Currently trailing by 7. Wingfield thought about the 3. They're going to get it over to the side. Hill again off the mark, and Brown was fouled over pursuit there by big Mason Dobbins. For a player that, frankly, I did not see any of last year for Louisburg, Mason Dobbins, I thought maybe, this is just going to be a guy with size, maybe not a whole lot of skill, a lot of finesse to his game, just based on, the fact that I didn't see him last year, but he's played a really solid game, the 6'7" senior. Here is Metcalf, 2-on-1 opportunity. He's going to take it himself and convert. Well, Metcalf kind of looking off the defender, forcing him to commit to D'Albini. Made it easy for himself. Gassman guarded by Jackson, over to Whitley. Starts the dribble drive, and Keaton Neal was sliding along. Whitley lost his footing, and Keaton Neal is going to be called for the foul. Keaton Neal looking forward to his first Spring Hill baseball season. I'm told is already in the mix, already well known to some high-profile schools, high-profile programs around the Kansas area. And one thing that I have in common with him, as the first one goes in for Whitley with Keaton Neal, is I've been told his father would pay to cut his hair. To have him cut his hair, and that is also the case for me. My dad's bald, and he hates my hair. So I feel that bond now that I know that with Keaton Neal. In a lot of ways, we seek the approval of our fathers. In other ways, we need to be ourselves. And that's going to be a foul. That's not who you want to foul either, but it's not bonus quite yet for the Spring Hill Broncos.
Well, I don't know how to cut hair, but I'd offer my services to cut your hair for free if you really wanted it. I'd save you some money.
Well, we got a ways to go. We got to grow the bun out just a little more. We got to see how deep in the hole we can get, and that's what growing your hair out is really about. You start it, and then the longer you go, the harder it is to back down from it.
I wouldn't know.
Brown gets it over to Metcalf, who's guarded really tightly, really well by Whitley, making it really hard on the Spring Hill senior guard. Keaton Neal backing out from Wingfield. Got it over to Brown on the play. Handoff Metcalf, 6 minutes now to play with a 7-point Bronco lead. Here comes Keaton Neal dribbling through a crowd, lost it, but was fouled. So Keaton Neal headed to the free throw line.
Number 44, Collier Wingfield, second. Team number 6.
And I've been told Neal's one of those guys, he's got the kicks, but he won't wear them. And I have to say, that's not my style.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
I've got size 15, so if I even find a cool pair, that's a lucky find for me. But for Neal, Neal's still growing too. He might have a big shoe size as well, but rocking the all purples out there right now as Metcalf got fouled. It's 1-1 now for both teams. 5:47 to go. That's the third on Whitley, who just picked up all 3 of those really in rapid succession. Metcalf off the mark, but Spring Hill able to get the rebound. And the clock is certainly their friend. Metcalf out to Brown will try the 3. It's off the back iron. That could have been big. And wow, that is not where you want to be if you're a Spring Hill cheerleader. Almost just took an elbow, almost just took the chest of D'Albini. looked like one of the smallest cheerleaders in that row, too. That could have been a disaster, but luckily we can laugh about it. Inbound for a Gassman. Gassman stopped by Jackson over to Wingfield on Metcalf, senior on senior. Spin move, moving inside. Oh my goodness. And Wingfield, man, he wanted that one, and I think I wanted it for him too, but he was fouled around the free throw line, so it was, oh, ouch. It's against Metcalf also. So Metcalf and Bond now each with 4 fouls. That is not an and one opportunity. It is 1 and 1 free throws for Wingfield, and you're going to see a 1-for-1 swap now. Bond for Metcalf, just to try to keep that level of offensive creation just about in the contest. And wow, the Broncos, this is a really interesting end of game scenario, as they do lead by 6. Could cut it to 5 here. Could Wingfield. And now Wingfield doesn't have to have Metcalf guarding him everywhere either. Wingfield is off the mark with the second free throw. Bond rips it and almost turned it over, but was able to get fouled on the play, and really this is a good outcome for Spring Hill. We'll get to walk down 70 feet, and 2 free throws coming for Bond.
So much of the game of basketball is mental. When you have 4 fouls like this, big rivalry game, you've got to know what you got to do to stay in the game. So if you have to back off a little bit or switch on to somebody a little bit smaller or something like that to keep yourself in the game, you just got to be aware of those situations. So we'll see how Bond and Metcalf navigate this as the game comes to a close here.
And those battling rebound situations, those can be the very hardest to kind of actually think and assess what you're even doing, as it kind of just turns into dog versus dog running after the ball sometimes. Inbound for Louisburg, quickly in the corner, and thought they turned it over. Last touch by Jackson.
Yeah, I think it went off the foot of Jackson there.
And this is the best I've seen from Jackson this season, no doubt. At least from the home games that I broadcasted. Wingfield is dribbling up to the three-point line, swung around. Gassman has the 3 ball and hits it. Well, the future Cavalier able to convert from distance and cut the lead down to 5. He had not attempted a shot to this point. 5 minutes to play here. Louisburg trying to come back into it. Hill for 3, no. On the pursuit for the rebound, it's going to stay with Louisburg. Last touched by Bond, and man, you just hold your breath anytime Bond goes to pursue that ball in a situation like that. And we're going to have another corner inbound. Now this one is going to be a baseline. This is the 2 varieties now we've seen in the boys game and the girls game of those odd inbound spots. Hill spotting up for 3. Nice play ran by Louisburg, but didn't get the look they quite wanted. Broken play opportunity. Wingfield has it up high. And timeout Louisburg. That is in response to Spring Hill kind of playing zone defense with the baseline out of bounds set. We'll take a timeout as well.
Supreme Mechanical Solutions is a heating, AC, and refrigeration company with over 25 years of experience. They install and maintain equipment for residential and commercial customers throughout Kansas City with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. And they're available 24/7 for emergency repairs. Financing is available for system replacements. For supreme quality, think Supreme Mechanical Solutions. Learn more at smsofkc.com or call 913-433-4567.
A trusted heating and air conditioning contractor? Look no further than Comfort Designs, Spring Hill's Heating and Air Conditioning Company. Comfort Designs Heating and Air has 100% NATE certified technicians who are friendly, knowledgeable, and ready to help. They'll care for your home and complete the job with speed and
Louisburg ball side out set. They'll get it into Wingfield with 4:30 to go here as the Wildcats trail by 5. Three-pointer on the way, and it banks in. What a huge shot for Nathan Parker. Weber banked in a three for the for the Broncos in the girls' game. That one banked from almost straight on from the 5'7" junior, and suddenly it is a 2-point game. Bond is going to find D'Albini down low, and D'Albini is fouled. Ask for it. Bond will deliver. Ask for him to pass out of the drive earlier in the game and showing exactly what he can do.
Yeah, the way this game's gone, it could come down to who executes at the free throw line.
My goodness, this is one of those games where you just wish they could all be like this. It's such on both sides, such an intense, thrilling night of basketball between Louisburg and Spring Hill on a banner night. So many fans here at the crowd. I've been kind of keeping one eye on those viewer numbers. Love all you folks watching at home too. Both crowds are boosted up for this rivalry weekend. Here is a Wingfield coming the other way for the Wildcats down the right side. You can tell he wants to score. Three on the way for the lead is off the mark. Jackson contesting the board. This one really bouncing around. Bond gets it. Has Gassman on him, and Gassman riding him all the way to the rim. Does pick up the personal. And you said it, Curtis, free throws, they're going to be huge here down the stretch. It'll be 2 shots from here for both teams. So Bonds at the free throw line has made 1 so far. Is good with the first. Spring Hill 5-10, trying to pick up win number 6 on the year. And the Wildcats mentioned they came in 7-9. However, they have lost 4 straight, trying to avoid what would become a major skid against all Frontier League opposition. Nathan Parker, fresh off that bank triple, puts in and swishes that one. Didn't need any backboard. The lead is just 1 point now for the Broncos. Keaton Neal crossing over, gets it to D'Albini down low, missed it, might have gotten blocked, and Louisburg coming the other way. I think they did get a piece of that one. Gassman spotting up for a 3. Now gets it and looking maybe back for Wingfield. Wingfield starts to drive with a left hand all the way in, misses it. And on the rebound, it's tapped out by D'Albini. That rebound just bouncing around. Couple players got their hands on it. And D'Albini is actually going to head to the bench in favor of James Allen. Interested to see how Spring Hill may close this game. Nathan Parker to inbound. He's been hot. In fact, I think scored last 6, both on the threes for Louisburg. Here's Myers, has been quiet since that first half. Spin move and got fouled. Brown picking up the personal. And we are at that time of the game. Both Metcalf and Bond are out there. And I think that means we are in a crunch time situation. Louisburg can take the lead here with a pair of makes. And Myers money with the first one. Myers does give the Wildcats the lead. And now is that their first lead of the night?
I believe so.
Yeah, Spring Hill scored the first basket, led throughout the first quarter, and wow. Right after the clutch free throws, Trey Myers not wise to commit that foul right in front of the score stick. But that mistake won't mean much if Bond can't convert from the line. And now with the Spring Hill trailing, becomes all the more vital. Bond hits that dead spot but gets the friendly bounce. Has 3 points here in quarter number 4. They've all come from free throws. Bond, Allen, Jackson, Neal, and Luke Metcalf out there for the Broncos. For Louisburg Wingfield, it's Gassman. Also have Hovey out there as Wingfield all the way in himself restores the advantage for the Wildcats. 2 minutes 15 to go. Bond to the baseline, runs into some trouble. And cutting to the basket is Metcalf. It's a tie game. Two big scores for Spring Hill combining on that play for the bucket. As a trap in the corner is really going to pressurize the Wildcats. A timeout called, and they're going to have an inbound from that nasty corner when we come back right here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Hello, I'm Dr. Alyssa O'Connor, and I would like to welcome you to Sozo Chiropractic.
So many people only seek out a chiropractor when they are in pain, but ongoing wellness care helps you deal with stress and be healthier. At Sozo Chiropractic, the focus is on holistic wellness for any age. I am Webster certified for prenatal care, pediatric trained, as well as a family chiropractor. We also offer acupuncture and sauna services.
Sozo is a Greek word that means to heal, to make well, and to restore health. And that is our goal for each one of our patients who walks through the door.
Rain Dance Studios is the area's newest dance studio with professionally trained staff, a brand new facility, and classes for every dance and tumbling level. Rain Dance Studios is everything you never knew you needed in a dance family. With an emphasis on customer experience, exquisite dance technique, and dancer confidence, Rain is the dance studio for every aspiring dancer. Come join Spring Hill's premier dance experience and get the royal treatment. Schedule a free 2-week trial by visiting raindancestudios.com.
Well, corner inbounds have somehow been a theme this evening between the Wildcats and the Broncos. Both teams in both games have had a number of inbound plays from that corner spot. Three-pointer maybe, thought about it, but a inside drive by Nathan Parker, who suddenly is coming alive here at the end of the game for the Wildcats. Keaton Neal is guarded by Wingfield, back over to Bond. Louisburg in man, they played zone for the entire first half. Bond to the cup, misses, and the rebound grabbed by Wingfield. So Louisburg with the lead and the ball on the road. Pass down inside, big bucket for Hovey, and it is now a 2-possession game. Bond guarded by Hill. And timeout, Spring Hill will take one too. You are watching Spring Hill Sports Live.
Supreme Mechanical Solutions is a heating, AC, and refrigeration company with over 25 years of experience. They install and maintain equipment for residential and commercial customers throughout Kansas City with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. And they're available 24/7 for emergency repairs. Financing is available for system replacements. For supreme quality, think Supreme Mechanical Solutions. Learn more at smsofkc.com or call 913-433-4567.
We've got 1 minute and 13 seconds to go in this one, and when it's over, don't go anywhere. We'll have your Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show, and there is a whole lot to recap that happened tonight between the girls' basketball win and the homecoming court. The close game on both sides of this rivalry matchup. Bond ran into some trouble. Jackson's going to pull the three and convert. Ryan Jackson, his third or fourth, I believe, three-pointer of the night. And it's now back to a 1-point game. Trying to tie up Gassman, but a timeout Louisburg. We'll see what they come up with side out. It is Wildcats by 1 here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon Smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com.
It is Louisburg ball. They do have the lead. Both teams are in the double bonus. And now, unfortunately, the scoreboard does not track timeouts. That would be probably 5th or 6th on my list of if I could track more things. It would not even be one of my priorities. But unsure of the timeout situation as the Broncos going to quickly blitz, try to get a steal here maybe in the first couple seconds before committing the foul. They may have specific players that they want to foul, but they may need to turn up here, and they do get the steal. Broncos steal it away. Here comes Bond down the left side. The gather and the foul. A blocking foul comes in, and all eyes were on that official in the corner. He blew the whistle, and everyone was waiting to see whether that be a charge or a block. It was a block, and Bond from the free throw line can restore the Bronco lead. So Bond to the free throw line.
Yeah, it looks like defensively there, Broncos were just trying to get someone that they could trap. They're playing enough time, only down by 1, to not play the foul game quite yet. It's worked for their advantage. And as we alluded to earlier, now Bond the free throw line, and it's going to play a big role here down the stretch.
Well, certainly plenty of time remaining. But big free throws incoming from Bond, who does get the bounce. Bond, a crucial 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Louisburg trailing by 1 now with the ball. 22 seconds for Wingfield. On the drive, Wingfield lost it. Jackson with the steal, and they're going to foul him. So Spring Hill in control now in the final moments. Fans going crazy in the right corner. And Jackson will head to the free throw line, hopefully make it a 3-point game.
Louisburg got what I think they wanted. They wanted Wingfield going to the bucket, and that's what he was doing. He had a good spin move there. Just some really good defense, I think, by Chase Bond, getting a hand on it there. And we're lucky enough to get the steal here. So we'll see if Jackson can convert a couple free throws. Converted the first one there. It's a big one.
Yeah, Jackson, what a way to kind of put a stamp on what's been a really nice night for him.
Lewisburg's got 3-point shooters, though, so even with this one, it's a 1-point game or a 1-possession game. So you've got to keep your head in it defensively.
15.8 to play, and it's just a 2-point lead for the Broncos. Here comes Wingfield again, all the way to the cup, and he misses. Rebound Louisburg. They lost it. Metcalf with the ball. 3 seconds. Metcalf is fouled with 2.5 remaining. Khalil Wingfield got all the way inside, decided to go up with the right hand rather than the left, and missed it. James Allen did not want to foul. He was pretty uncontested at the rim.
Yeah, sometimes the baseball gods shine down upon you, and I think this is one of those moments here. I think Spring Hill got a gift. We'll see if Luke can ice it for us here.
60-58 as Metcalf steps up, converts the first. And that is going to prompt a Spring Hill timeout. They're going to talk over the defensive alignment here for this final sequence.
Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services is a proud supporter of Spring Hill and cheering on the Broncos. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to protect you and your family. Insurance is complicated and not one size fits all. Michael and his team take pride in the relationship they build with their client members. Let them work with you to customize a plan that protects your livelihood and your future. To learn more, call Michael Grant at Farm Bureau Financial Services 913-592-2336 or visit them at 117 South Main in Spring Hill.
Spring Hill taking their sweet time here at the timeout. Metcalf heads back to the free throw line. And this is one of those situations where Coach Bouchard says, okay, after the make, this is what we're doing, because you tell your player he's going to make it, you speak it into existence, and you watch him do it. Metcalf left it short. 3-point game, and no time went off the clock. No time elapsed. How is that possible?
I don't know.
They just got a rebound and no time elapsed off the clock, but
I think Coach Bouchard just told the official.
Yeah, that is not correct. That should be, they should take off at least, I think, 0.3 seconds possibly. I think we'll stay right here for this timeout. So, if you missed this dramatic final minute of action, it was Ryan Jackson for 3 with 50 seconds remaining. That cut the Louisburg lead to 1 point. And then Wingfield turned it over. A nice steal by Bond, who reached in. Bond then made a couple of free throws. And after that, the Broncos kind of taking control.
I think we have an official here talking to the clock operator about adjusting the clock here. We'll see what they agree to. Take 0.3 seconds off.
I spoke that into existence. Yes. 0.3 off, and that, I think that is the exact right number. They say that loading up for a shot takes, I think, 0.4 of a second or something like that. Jumping up for a rebound and then making the motion got to cost you a little bit of time as well. So Louisburg trailed throughout this entire game, took a lead with about 3 minutes to go, led by as many as 4 points, did have it to a 2-possession game when Jackson hit that huge three-pointer. That was his 4th 3 of the game. I've got him as the leading scorer for the Broncos in this game. So the Bronco 5, it is Bond, it is Allen, it is Neal, Jackson, and Metcalf. Louisburg with 2.2. They need a 3 to tie. Spring Hill absolutely cannot foul in this situation. Or you can try to foul when they catch the inbound. If they are running toward the inbounder, you can take a foul there, give them 2 shots, but I think we will step away for this second timeout now as the Broncos are going to talk things over once more.
Spring Hill's hometown shop is J&T Auto Service. As a full-service repair shop, J&T Auto Service works on all makes and models. Diesels, Europeans, they do it all. From combines to Corvettes. Visit J&T Auto Service for oil changes, tires, brakes, alignments, electrical diagnostics, and so much more. Small town, friendly service with high-tech tools and training. Schedule your service at J&T Auto Service. Call 913-592-6424. You can also visit jtautoinc.com.
What is typically a daunting, frustrating, and intimidating experience was enjoyable and exciting because of Amy. She listened to what we envisioned for our future home and was able to show us houses that reflected this. She was with us every step of the way, taking the time to answer our phone calls and text. We ended up with our dream home all thanks to Amy.
Feel at home while you find your next home with Amy Kelly of Reese Nichols Real Estate. Amy goes above and beyond for her clients and even makes a contribution to Ronald McDonald House with every closing. Contact Amy Kelly to buy or sell your home.
Louisburg with the ball underneath. Big Mason Dobbins will inbound. 2.2 seconds, trailing by 3. Gassman takes it and he bobbled it. Cade Gassman bobbled the ball, and there goes the Wildcats' last chance to get into this game.
I'm thinking they might put a little more time back on the clock here.
Yep. Well, that first kind of clock mishap sort of favored the Wildcats. Usually you see that clock operator maybe trying to favor the home team, but that one certainly hurt them. An additional 0.4 elapsed, so they restore 0.5. That's how long the Broncos have before they secure this win. Gets it to Bond. And that'll do it, 61-58, a 3-point Bronco victory. Tastes extra sweet on a winter homecoming night here in Spring Hill. We've got tons to recap on the postgame show coming up next, right here on Spring Hill Sports Live.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center. As Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center, they work on all makes and models, even RV, marine, aviation, motorcycles, and more. Shoemaker Collision offers free estimates and loaners, plus they will work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095.
Strode Orthodontics is creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Dr. Claire Strode and her staff have decades of combined experience, offering clear and metal Damon smile braces and Invisalign clear aligners for teens and adults. Dr. Strode tailors your treatment to meet your specific needs with 3 convenient locations in Olathe, Overland Park, and Spring Hill. Strode Orthodontics is ready to give you the beautiful smile you've always wanted. Call for your free no-obligation consultation, 913-491-3400, or visit StrodeOrtho.com. Rain Dance Studios is the area's newest dance studio with professionally trained staff, a brand new facility, and classes for every dance and tumbling level. Rain Dance Studios is everything you never knew you needed in a dance family. With an emphasis on customer experience, exquisite dance technique, and dancer confidence, Rain is the dance studio for every aspiring dancer. Come join Spring Hill's premier dance experience and get the royal treatment. Schedule a free 2-week trial by visiting raindancestudios.com.
First Auction Bank community banking at its best. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Elliott Group is a proud supporter of
Welcome to your Shoemaker Collision and Paint Center post-game show, coming off of a boys and girls sweep by the Broncos of the Louisburg Wildcats. Your final on the boys' side, 61-58, a hard-fought game, the lead changing hands in the fourth quarter, but it's Spring Hill that makes the final push and able to win by 3. That, of course, came after the 46-40 win on the girls' side. Alex Smith here alongside Curtis Kaiser. Caden Carbajo has been on the camera. He can certainly relax now as we enter the post-game show, which is presented by Kansas City's premier auto collision repair center. Shoemaker will work with all insurance companies. They can get you back on the road in no time. To learn more, visit them online at shoemakercollision.com or call 913-592-0095. Well, a key performer tonight for the Spring Hill Broncos, Ryan Jackson. 3 threes in the second quarter and then kind of kept that going. And when they came back to him finally from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter, he made the big shot to cut the lead down to just 1 point there.
Yeah, Ryan Jackson last year, like we mentioned, he's just a sophomore this year.
Yep.
Last year played quite a bit on the JV and a little bit on the freshman team, but didn't get any varsity minutes at all. So you're seeing Ryan Jackson really grow into his role here and some maturation process.
There we go.
That's what I'm trying to spit out. He's really maturing into a solid basketball player and a good performer for us.
And yeah, this was just a fantastic team effort, and honestly, that was it had to be one because Bond and Luke Metcalf were in foul trouble throughout the whole game. They barely played the first half, either of them. And then they both picked up the fourth personal early in the third quarter. We did see both of them survive to the end of the game, but certainly needed other players to step up. Brady Kaiser is one of them, did not get on the score sheet, but played some good minutes. Keaton Neal also did not play in the first half, but then provided some really good minutes, some really good energy there. I thought he almost played it seemed like the entire second half, but then I don't think he started the second half. He also did not close out the very end of the game, but really good minutes from him that we may have not seen coming at halftime. This one really took the whole team. Also took a sweet corner triple from Bryce Kirchner, who was crowned the homecoming king at halftime. That's the part we got to highlight as well. So was Jenna Weber on a night that she scored. She's not crowned queen rather, of course, but the same night that she scored 19 points and led the Spring Hill Broncos to a sweet rivalry win over the Louisburg Wildcats. Really enjoyed this one, really enjoyed the entire night with Caden Carbajo, with Curtis Kaiser, and we're excited to be back at it next week right here on Spring Hill Sports Live. So long, folks, and enjoy the sports this weekend. Go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.
You've been watching Spring Hill High School Sports on your home for the Broncos, Spring Hill Sports Live. Spring Hill Sports Live is presented by Strode Orthodontics, creating beautiful, healthy smiles. Learn more at StrodeOrtho.com. Also by